And what I mean is, call our friends at Life Imaging FLA and have them give you that free heart scan. Yeah, they can do that for you. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is such a great value and such a great thing to do in the new year. It's Life Imaging FLA. You pick up your cell phone, you dial pound 250, and you say the words free heart scan for so many of our listeners. And it turned out where so many of our listeners found out they had heart disease, they had no idea. A lot of people have gone and they found out that, they've got no problem at all. So that's peace of mind. But it's a great way to start the year. Also, ask about cancer screening. Super important. It's important to me. My sister, when she went, found out she had stage 4 cancer, and that was too late. We want people to get there early and get that cancer screening. It's Life Imaging FLA.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's a new year, and that means a new opportunity to get more for your trade. Listen, the value of your trade can differ by thousands depending upon where you go. At Greenway Kia, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete to buy your trade, and that competition could put up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value in your pocket. Start the year ahead at greenwaykias.com or visit one of our 3 metro area locations today. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinance expires 2/5/26.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Reward yourself or someone else with a luxury pre-owned Rolex from International Diamond Center.
They're in pristine condition. Everything's been authenticated.
That's IDC's Brian LeClaire, who scours the world to find the highest quality Rolex timepieces. Immaculate, well cared for, flawless.
You're going to find that the quality and overall condition of the watches looks very much mint, the way that you'd want it. You're not going to see the difference when you shop at IDC between the ones that you'd get at your authorized dealer and what we have here.
And unlike the authorized Rolex dealers, IDC has all the models you want ready for purchase.
You want a Pepsi? We've got it. You want a Batman? We've got it. You want a Sprite? We've got it. You want a Bruce Wayne? We've got it. You want a Submariner All Gold? We've got it.
Exquisite pre-owned Rolex watches at the best prices you'll find anywhere.
We know what the pricing looks like in the marketplace around us, and we know that we completely obliterate the competition when it comes to the pricing.
Find the Rolex of your dreams today at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall of
the law. And a great lawyer knows the judge. What they don't tell you, the right lawyer in your corner can help you avoid a 5-round cage match. At TK Law, we help you cut the drama, resolve your disputes, and move forward. Divorce, business conflicts, car accidents. We are trusted by our clients, respected by our peers, and proven where it matters the most. Don't just settle for a lawyer. Choose the right lawyer. Choose TK Law. One firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
What's good, guys? It's Angel from the Monsters, and I wanted to let you know that GimmeTheVin.com buys cars, trucks, SUVs, exotics, your average car. If your car is a little rough, if you got it clean, they buy them all and they come to you. Everything from $3,000 to $300,000. Just log on to GimmeTheVin.com, put your VIN or license number there, a couple of pics, and get an instant cash offer.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended.
Let's go.
The way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. Lots to get to today, from it was all a hoax to new clues on the sick astronaut evacuated from space, and the TSA launches a crackdown on bagels at the airport. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
The bagel.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
A little shooketh. I love bagels.
Why you shooketh?
I love
bagels. Yes, hardest hit by the bagel news so far, but don't worry. We'll get the details to you very quickly here. We have so much going on today.
I had an interesting morning.
Oh.
What happened? What went down? You get arrested?
No.
Arrested, he's here.
No. Toured the first preschool.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God. How was that?
How was it?
Yeah.
It was. You sounded like Sean sounded like he was going to say something. He just cut off. It was just interesting. It was weird being around like the other parents. And
is this the type of preschool that you have to like fight the other parents to get the spot?
I don't know. I think they do fill up. So
like it's competitive.
But and they're like, have you looked at other schools? I'm like,
no.
I hope I don't have to. I'd like to just take them to this one.
Did you mention what you do for a living?
I did not know.
What
but I did
school
leave
is
early
this?
to do it.
What school is it?
Don't worry about it. It's cool.
Oh my God! Tell me my headphones. Just tell me my headphones.
No, you're gonna say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
You're gonna say it.
Harvard.
I'm not gonna say it.
All right. It's
and I'm sure a very prestigious school, nonetheless. That is a very long name.
Oh, Wagon Wheel? Nobody goes to Wagon Wheel, dude.
Yeah.
That's not, no. You don't want your kid to go there. He's going to come out as dumb as ever, just completely ruined for life. Unbelievable. How much is it? Did they tell you?
There's different prices, but it's a really good price. There's different prices for like depending on how many days a week he goes.
Are they going to try to teach him Spanish? They always try to teach him Spanish.
No, but
they always do.
Okay, the thing that blew me away, and that I was like, still like, even the lady giving the tour was skeptical about it. They have for the 4-year-olds. There's woodworking with real hammers and nails.
Get out of here!
Yes.
No. I'm no parent, but I feel like that's a bad idea.
Is there a desperate shortage of carpenters in America right now?
She said her husband like volunteered to work a day in the woodworking shop, and even he was, and when he came home, she was like, "So what was it like? They're clearly using plastic hammers, right?" And he was like, "No, it's real stuff."
Oh, my God. All right. Well, this is destined to be a disaster.
Ashley cried almost twice.
You know what's adorable?
My son's going to build me a chair.
If you go into the little pre-K places and then you see like they're like, oh, we have a restroom right here. Look into the restroom.
The tiny
because
toilet.
it's all made for little tiny people.
Curse you, tiny toilet!
Exactly.
It's so hilarious. Like I love there's like a little toilet like 2 inches from the ground, a little tiny sink and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you go in there as an adult, you feel like the biggest person on the planet.
And
I am a giant.
Like an idiot when you're trying to hover over it.
Oh yeah, you're trying to like get to the sink to wash your hands. Oh, disaster city.
No, we went into one of the rooms where there were like kids because it's a regular day for all the kids that are there, and so we went into one of the rooms. There's all these little 2 or 3 year olds like sitting in a circle singing like "This Is the Day," and Ashley, like, that's what almost took her down.
Is there a chance this is actually a little sweatshop or something? With carpenter kids?
Absolutely.
We only saw a very small wood shop. Is there a secret basement wood shop? I'm not quite sure.
Jackson's going to come back with little nubs on his fingers from sewing together Nike shoes and stuff at this place.
She did say that the stuff the kids create that they bring home is like, it's adorable because the kid made it, but you know, if an adult brought it to you, it's quite laughable.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do?
Like
with
here,
that?
I nailed some pipe cleaners to a block of wood, and I made this for you. Happy birthday.
Sell it. All right, let's see. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And we go to, once again, ladies and gentlemen, a plane, everybody. That's right. Up in the sky, the air up there. This went viral over the weekend, but I didn't get a chance to work it in yet. So let's work it in now, because this particular guy, who you may not have seen, was angry on a flight and got kicked off of the plane because his wife was talking to another dude on the plane, I guess. He comes onto the plane, and his wife was talking to some other guy.
And this is a Southwest flight.
Yeah.
So They have not done away with the anything goes seating yet, right? So
she's sitting with another dude.
That's part of it. Like, they didn't get to sit together because of reasons.
And then she sparks up what could be a platonic conversation?
Yes. But he's drunk.
He didn't like that. He had a problem with it. So let's listen in. I'm telling you to get off.
Everybody wants you off, dude.
Oh, now the other passengers are chiming in. This one says, everybody wants you off, dude.
Look at this beefcake. And he already has, as I could see, it's a guy on the right, I imagine, who's not watching the stream. Tight as can be shirt. Tribal tattoo on his forearm.
Under Armour shirt on.
See the veins in his neck.
Just so it's clear, this is both of them. They decided to like weave two videos together. It's the same guy here. And so this dude who gets up and he's angry, and his wife or partner or whatever, his wife, I think, was sitting with some other passenger, and he thought they were flirting, so he got mad about this.
You want to chime in, guys?
You want to chime in, guys?
So if your wife is over there talking to another dude, man, you're just going to sit there and take it like a little bitch?
He said, if your wife's talking to another dude, you're just going to sit there and take it like a little bitch? The guy he's talking to is like 65 or something. So it's like,
still a threat, bro.
All right, buddy, you kind of get that out of your system. You don't usually have a situation with a couple in their 60s where the wife is like, I may just go spark up a conversation with another man on this flight right now. I don't know if that happens quite as often. You're going to sit there and take it like a little bitch, he said. And the guy gives it to him back a little bit.
But yet you feel like you can talk to me? Is that fair? Is that fair? Don't fucking point your finger at me.
Uh-oh, they're starting to fight.
Nut job, you're running your fucking mouth, motherfucker. Nut job, you're running your fucking mouth.
This is what I like about this video. They
switch.
I don't know if the two people who were filming this were friends, but they definitely like merged videos so they could get multiple douche angles of this particular gentleman in the plane.
By the way, Angel on YouTube says someone has cheated in that relationship. That's probably accurate. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you were right about that.
For a slice. All right, guys.
See you later, buddy.
Phone down, you douchebag. Are you like 80? You still filming people? Don't let me throw my food at you. Just make a point.
Oh, he did it! He's fighting with everybody in the airplane. And this brings me back to an oft-made point that I bring up on this show. This is something that we need to handle here. This guy, in this moment, is doing his like macho thing, and he's like throwing his leftovers at this other person.
Yeah,
and
the phrase
whole
right
big problem
before was kind of confusing as well.
The whole big problem is like blowing up right now. But this guy doesn't seem to care. Why? Because all that's going to happen is he's going to get kicked off of this Southwest flight. The no-fly list is the answer. If you get frog-marched off of a flight, you're on a no-fly list for like X amount of years. No questions asked, nothing. You're not flying anywhere on any airline domestically in the United States of America.
He's going to start a fight on a train or bus.
So then boot him off the train. Let's treat these people like little kids. One thing at a time you boot them from. It's because when they're getting marched off, they know it's not that big of a deal. It's like did you see the video of the OnlyFans ladies in the airport down south, like in Miami or something? They get kicked off the flight, and on the way out, they're like, yeah! They're just like, they make the biggest scene in the world. Yes, because they want to go viral, because they want to get attention on social media, because they know there's no big punishment like that.
I like to play a game when I watch some of these viral videos where I go, identify the OnlyFans haver. Like there's a certain point at which you go, oh, this, I see what's happening. There was recently a girl who was arrested at a college football game because she flashed her boobs, right?
Yeah,
at some point. I don't even know if she was on camera or if she was, I don't know how many people saw it, but enough saw it that they arrested her. And as she was getting her handcuffs put on, she did like a little pose and like,
Hi.
And I was like, she's got an OnlyFans. I know right now she has an OnlyFans.
And a spike in viewership.
This guy, I don't think he did, but you never know. I do not know. I only know that the only way to curb behavior like this main character syndrome type behavior, this bad behavior where people are just exploding on public transit and planes and stuff, is to ban them from that type of transportation for X amount of years. I'll tell you, you can have all the comments about it you want. But I think that the DUI system in the United States of America has been fairly effective. Just so some of you know, if you're younger, DUIs haven't been around forever. Literally, like in the 60s and 70s, if you got caught drinking and driving, the cops would be like, come on, all right.
Even when DUIs like first started being enforced, it wasn't like there were plenty of times where they're like, okay, you can make it down the road.
Yeah. And then Mothers Against Drunk Driving and these other these other organizations like Mothers Against Drunk Driving, which if you don't know are anti-alcohol organizations. And I don't mean that they're just trying to stop drinking and driving. I mean, they want to get rid of alcohol in some of these cases. They want to go back to prohibition. They're prohibition-leaning organizations in a lot of situations. They were incredibly effective in pushing for what they were looking for, which is to try to punish people who would get drunk and get behind the wheel. And then you would get, if you got hit with a DUI, you got a big fat charge and you couldn't drive. And if you got two of them, I think you couldn't drive for 5 years. 5 years. If you're trying to be an adult in any sort of city where public transportation doesn't do everything for you, you need to be able to drive. You need to be able to have a car to get to work and stuff. And so it discouraged a lot of people from drinking and driving because the punishment was a big fat one and everybody knows it, right? But we don't have as big a punishment for some of this other stuff yet. And I think we need it. I think take this guy, let him have his little hissy fit and explode and curse at everybody. But if you get kicked off of a plane by flight attendants, and you get the thumbs up is given by the authorities at the gate, you go immediately on the no-fly list, not on some cheap airline, not on a JetBlue, not on every single airline in the United States of America.
I thought we did have a little sort of place to put these people in this. In the original idea, they have to fly A-hole airlines or something like that.
That was a great, brilliant idea that was formed on the show, but no one has started A-hole airlines.
Unfortunately, the business proposition of starting A-hole airlines hasn't been very attractive. It doesn't look like anybody wants to be that airline just yet, like a worse than Ryanair airline. But I think
Lord of the Flies in the Sky.
Yeah, no, I'm not going on that.
Lord of the Skies. Lord of the Skies Air.
If it was free, I'm not going on Lord of the Skies. All right? I'm not going on Lord of the Skies if it was free, much less if I have to pay any amount of money for it. But if you tell me, hey, all the airlines are improving right now because we're going to stop letting these little babies and weirdos fly on these airlines and we're going to punish them for X amount of time, I'm on board. I like it. I think it would be easy to implement, and I'm all about it. All right, we have a lot to get to today. When we come back, we'll talk about what the hell happened with Greenland. What did we win something? What's going on? Some information on that. It was all a hoax. We'll get into what that's all about. We got a big show for you here on a Thursday. I think we might have Fritz on the street later on today. Yeah. The first time with all of us on board for 2026.
Oh, now the points matter.
Yeah, now the points matter. And so if If you want to play along, stick with us. Big show today. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Morning traffic's pretty much settled down on most of the major roadways. You won't be running into any trouble tying you up or slowing you down on I-95. Florida's Turnpike on I-4, however, there's still some slowdowns you might get caught up in. East Bend between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's no serious accidents affecting your ride, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters.
Stand by, School Mike.
Our Orlando open house on January 29th at 5 p.m. to meet with advisors, faculty, and current students like me. From day one, Galen felt like home. There's just so much guidance, so much help, and everything I need to succeed is here. It's here at Galen College of Nursing, and it's here for you too. Visit GARDN.edu/Orlando.
Banger clip incoming. Creasy's on board. There he is. Hello? How are you doing?
Leaving.
Okay, be safe out there.
Okay.
Don't go dying on me.
Oh, why would you say that?
Just saying. I just want to make sure.
Extreme.
That's not extreme. I just want to make sure you're safe. Be safe out there.
I will try my best.
All right, don't go dying on me. Bye. There she goes.
Hey, what's wrong with here, guys? You know what? If your T is low, you got low testosterone.
All right, everybody. Hey, hello. How are you?
Red Mountain Weight Loss. And if you get Red Mountain Weight Loss and get on testosterone therapy,
Secret Shows is tonight. Secret Shows is tonight live on the Discord, posted on thenewsjunkie.com for everybody else tomorrow. We made a little traction on YouTube, by the way. Our final goal is 27,500 on YouTube, and then we'll unlock an after show stream. So let's up those numbers today. All right? YouTubers watching, check and see if you're subscribed real quick. Hit that button. The bonus for you, it's free, number one. But number two, you're going to get a bonus show. There's going to be an extra stream that we'll all agree on day and time and stuff. Should be fun. Excuse me.
Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Come on, kids. We're almost there.
The FBI started arresting the church rioters, says somebody. Coincidentally for me tonight is Secret Hose. Well, enjoy that. Wrap it up.
Hey, Dad, wait up. You're one step ahead.
We'll see you there, Zephys. Zephys? I think Publix popcorn chicken is so good. Well, yeah, I mean, you're right about that. They got a popcorn chicken option at Festival of the Arts at Epcot right now. That is popcorn chicken with popcorn in it. How do we feel about that? Popcorn chicken with popcorn in the popcorn chicken. How do we feel about that? Booty Sweat says, I've sent like 3 redemptions worth of magnets, and thank you for your patience. I appreciate that. We're going to get those all out this week. I know I've said that before, but if you'll remember, I've been sick for the entirety of January, and I'm still sick! Literal popcorn chicken. Seems like something Disney adults would like. Now, I know what you're doing, but what you have to do is delineate between people who like to have fun and people who make Disney their entire personality. You know, half of the people that are at these theme parks every day, half of them, literally 50% of the people at the theme parks are annual pass holders. The vast majority of them are locals who go to Disney and Epcot and all these things every day. And they're not these like crazy acoustic kids with 7 layers of Mickey ears.
they're just people who think, hey, my job stinks. I'm annoyed by this. I need a little fun in my life. So I would challenge you to open up your life for a little bit more fun yourself, all right? 2 minutes and we're back live. FYI, the carpentry in school is great. When my daughter was about 3-ish, I discovered that Lowe's and HD, Home Depot, had children's workshops once a month. Ended up going regularly for many years. What a great experience. Really? Interesting. Actually, today's the first day you sound fully normal. I'm still coughing. I'm still, all stuffed up. Still got my ears popping a little bit. Hey, Zach. 90 seconds and we're coming back live. I hesitate a little bit on little kids at Home Depot and little kids like doing these little like mini construction projects when they're 3 or 4. But then I think about like Tinker Toys and Legos and the importance of making kids think about things from that perspective. Like I can build things. There's a Bob the Builder mentality here that we should perhaps build. Oh, I forgot. Are we still a little crooked? Shit! I meant to fix this after the show. Are we still crooked right here? I'll have to remember that today. Son of a bitch! All right, we're coming back.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Janice Torres.
And I'm Austin Hankwitz.
And we're back for Season 4 of Mind the Business Small Business Success Stories from iHeartMedia's Ruby Studio and Intuit QuickBooks.
The big thing about working in tech is that it's ever evolving, ever changing. Everyone's a rookie. That's how fast the industry is changing. So what I'm really excited about is to be part of that change. Listen to Mind the Business Small Business Success Stories on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Mind the Business and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Look at you. You look great today. Thank you. Good to have you on board. Oh, I should have been clear there. I'm not talking about Sabrina or C-Lane, but you look great today. Thank you for being with us. Absolutely good to have you on board.
C-Lane, you do look nice today.
Thank you, Sabrina. You look swell.
Thank you.
Neither
you
one of you
said
mean
wonderful.
This. Neither one of you mean that to each other, so why are you even doing it?
I like his shirt. It's a great button down.
Yeah. You like that shirt?
I do. I love seeing it a button down.
Let me see it. Bring it up on my monitor.
It's a great pattern.
I mean, it's okay. It's all right.
Is that based off snakeskin?
No. Oh. It's not that I hate it. It's just that you've got better in the routine.
I bought this for Fritz's wedding, and I just, never stopped wearing it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay. Well, it's all right, folks. Just so you know, you can't see it, but it looks like a regular C-Lane shirt, like a dad shirt. That's what he's wearing right now. Before we get to what happened with Greenland, did we win? Did we win Greenland? We'll find out in just a moment. But I did like there was a press conference yesterday where Trump was talking about some conversations he was having with world leaders, and he finds it very difficult to not slip into somebody's accent when he's talking about them, which is always fun to me.
Sometimes that happens to people.
If you're like, I was talking to this Indian guy at the bar last night, and I said, "Hey, how are you doing, Mr. Indian man?" And he said, and you start talking like the Indian. It's so freaking tempting. And by the way,
if I heard the inverse of this, I would expect that the guy was like, I was talking to this American at the bar last night, and then he'd go, wow, hey there, Cal. You know, they would do the same thing.
I really
back.
like Fant now.
I would expect that. And when they did it, I'd be like, thank you. I appreciate it. That was funny. Thank you. But that's what he's trying to do. He's trying not to steer into the accent here.
650 billion. I mean, it's so many. One just announced 10 billion. Toyota. Met Mr. Toyota in Japan.
Mr. Toyota.
So what's your name? Toyota. I said, oh, do you own the car company? Yes, 92%. I said, you didn't have to be that specific. But I said, you're rich. Yes, I'm rich. But he just announced he's going to do $10 billion worth of plants. I mean, it's amazing what's going on. Look, it's amazing.
I love how this guy, I want you to think about this for a second, all right? Flip the perspective here a little bit. Trump is talking about how this guy is about to invest like, what, $9 billion or something? And he doesn't even bother to figure out what his actual name is. He calls him Mr. Toyota. Is that what he said?
Well, I mean, for a second, I thought maybe that was his name. I mean, a lot of these,
I don't think so.
A lot of these, big companies were named after the person that started them.
Yeah,
is it?
A
hold
long
on.
time ago.
Look up the guy's name. See if it's Mr. Toyota. Maybe he's
Toyota. One just announced 10 billion.
10 billion.
Toyota. Met Mr. Toyota in Japan. So what's your name? Toyota.
Maybe it is Toyota.
Oh, do you own the car company? Yes, 92%. I said, you didn't have to be that specific.
So maybe the Toyota guy really is Mr. Toyota.
The chairman is Akio Toyota, and the founder is Kiichiro Toyota. However, weirdly enough, it's spelled with a D, Toyota.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe that's how it's spelled over there or something. Is that how it
Americans
works?
love the Y.
It could be because what we do is we change everybody's country name. Like this might shock you to hear, but Japan is not spelled Japan in Japan. That's not how they spell it.
What do they call it?
Well, it's Nippon, I think. I think it's Nippon or something like that.
Yeah. It's sort of like Germany and Deutschland.
Yeah, the way they say it, we go, oh, they sounded like they said Japan when they said that. And so they go over and they, change it on all of our globes and such. And that's kind of the way they handle things. I've really struggled to hit the Japan button on this. I said Japan like 3 times.
Put it on your front page.
There you go. I have it on the second page because my front page is full. I just cannot make room for that. Mr. Toyota said we're getting 10 bills, so that's good. But what about Greenland? What do we get there? What happened here?
Ask Mr. Greenland.
I guess we got a deal. If Mr. Greenland's in charge over there, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I can't take this.
All right, bye, Mr. News Junkie.
They said there's a framework for a deal on this whole Greenland thing, and I'll tell you what's happening here in a moment, but here's how it came across.
Share this with you as he now has made a comment that he will not be imposing tariffs over the Greenland dispute, sharing this, quote,
markets like
based upon a very productive meeting that I have had with the Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte. We have formed the framework of a future deal with respect to Greenland and, in fact, the entire Arctic region.
Okay.
This solution, if consummated, will be a great one for the United States of America and all NATO nations.
All right, so they're saying we got a deal, we got a framework of a future deal with Greenland.
He has a concept of a plan.
And the concept of the plan is coming together right now.
Well, like
and so
announcement
no
of the
tariffs,
announcement.
none of the other stuff that was going to go down is going to happen. And then Trump gets what he wants, right? And then the craziest thing to me is people will be like, wow, this is Taco Trump. And I'll be like, you know what's wild is how does nobody catch on to what's actually happening here? Like, it's so clear and obvious to me. It's just painfully obvious. I can see what happens here. Trump has one negotiating skill that he uses over and over and over again. And it's as if he's like, let's say he's an alcoholic dad. Now, I'm not saying he is because he doesn't drink at all. But let's just say, right? Let's say he's an alcoholic dad. And his alcoholic dad learns that his family wants him to stop drinking. Alcoholic dad sits down with the family, intervention style, and he comes in big. Alcoholic dad goes, I've made a decision. I'm actually going to start drinking twice as much as I'm drinking right now. And the family is horrified. The family is just like, you're going to drink more? We came here to ask you to drink less. Nope, going to drink twice as much. Going to drink all of the, what's the Stoli? Going to drink all of the Stoli that's left in circulation right now. And the family's like, no, please, we're asking you not to drink more. I'll tell you what, here's what I'll do. I'll drink 1.5 times more than I already am.
Negotiation.
And then they go, all right, fine, you got a deal. And then the alcoholic dad got what he wanted. That's what he wanted all along. That was the strategy all along. The detractors are like, look, the alcoholic dad, he fumbled this one. He completely cratered on it. He really wanted to drink twice as much, but now he can only drink 1.5 times as much. To me, it's all like so obvious. Trump went in and said, we're going to take Greenland. We need Greenland. We have to have Greenland. The United States needs to have Greenland. We're going to take Greenland. And everything came down to a level where they thought we were going to come in with troops blazing. Trump goes in and makes a meeting with these folks. And the meeting comes out with exactly what he wanted to begin with, because he probably didn't actually think the United States was going to take Greenland as a territory. But for those of you who don't know, because you're going to hear a lot of weird, stupid people make comments about this online, I looked into this a bit. Here's the situation. Greenland was occupied by the United States of America during World War II because Denmark was taken over by the Nazis and Adolf Hitler. And the U.S. had troops in there. They took over Greenland as a strategic area at that time. And then Denmark, after the war, when we let them have their country back, after defeating the Nazis.
We left a little mess.
Denmark, and we did leave some mess behind, apparently. Denmark kept trying to push us out of there and push us out of there and push us out of there so they could have Greenland back as part of the Kingdom of Denmark. Now, we do have one military base on Greenland, but it's a strategically placed country when it comes to all of the Eastern Hemisphere, and even a lot of Russia and stuff that's still part of the Western Hemisphere, technically. So we have one military base, but Greenland doesn't run itself, so we can't cut deals with Greenland. Denmark runs Greenland. If we want to create more bases and have this missile defense shield in Greenland, we would have to get every single one of them approved by the not so friendly to the United States government of Denmark. So instead of doing that, Trump goes in and says, I'm just going to take Greenland. And then they say, no, please don't take Greenland from us. In fact, in exchange, we'll let you build military bases wherever you want. You can build this Golden Dome and have all these bases all over Greenland, and you'll have the authority to do that. You don't have to get approval from us. You got yourself a deal, sir. And it's like, okay, are we not seeing that? It seems like if any other negotiator used the same strategy over and over and over again, it would be more obvious to people. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. We don't know exactly what's happening with this deal, but some details are coming in. The framework, this is from Insider, cited by Trump after his, this is from Bloomberg, actually. The framework cited by Trump after his meeting with NATO boss Mark Rutte at the WEF in Davos late Wednesday entails the stationing of U.S. missiles, mining rights aimed at keeping the Chinese interests out, and a bolstered NATO presence, according to a European official briefed on the talks. So they're basically going to have it so the U.S. can have more military bases. We can create a missile defense shield. So if Russia launches something at the east coast of the United States of America, we would know and be able to shoot it down. And I don't know, that seems kind of like a win to me. But let me know what you think. Everybody goes with this Trump taco stuff. And it's like, yeah, isn't that the strategy? If you don't know what taco is, it's Trump always chickens out, right? So people who are detractors would be like, Trump always chickens out. He says he's doing all these big tariffs, and then he chickens out and he backs off of them. But that seems to be the strategy. The thing that shocks me is that it keeps working on some of these people time after time. But let us know how you feel. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see. I want to get to this hoax thing here in a moment. Couple of emails coming in that I did want to mention. The markets reacted good, though, yesterday. You got a 401k out there.
Day.
They were roaring back after some losses the day before. Let's see. Today, the Dow's up another 434 points. Dow is flirting with that 50,000 mark, which would be a huge number to hold over and lead to some pretty good growth in the last couple of years for your investments and your 401ks, which is good for everybody. So, all right, let's get to a couple of emails. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. The subject line on this email is, "You are horrible."
Oh,
okay.
You're horrible.
Let's see what you have to say about me here. Sean, you have gotten a little bougie, says C. I'm a podcast listener catching up on the show, and you're talking about the poor couple that had a wedding ceremony on an airplane. Now, I know it's not the most ideal situation for a wedding, but maybe they were so poor that it was their first experience on an airplane. I think your poor bladder could have lasted the 15-minute inconvenience, he says.
That is a stretch of an excuse.
C-Lane and Sabrina are doing a great job. You're horrible, and everybody knows it. Still love the show, says C. This is what he's mad about. What you're doing is what I see happening so often right now. So we have a couple that gets married on a plane, and it's just undoubtedly annoying. Everybody knows it. Like, everybody who's on the plane knows it. Everybody, like, they're seal clapping, like, congratulations. Thank you for blocking the front bathroom for 45 minutes. We have a wedding on the plane. No one cares about whatever you're doing. Just get on the flight and get to the destination, right? Everybody with a brain knows that's the case, knows that's what's happening. But there's so many weirdos out there, and see, you're one of the weirdos who, when something happens, if I say, hey, this was weird and annoying. Why is this happening? Why are people getting married in the middle of a flight and kind of forcing everybody to be party to that on the plane? And the response from the weirdos would be like, you don't know if this person is dying from MS right now, and this is the last time they could ever walk down an aisle, and they've never been on an airplane before, so they're going to do, like, this is all fantasy, fiction that you've created in your head.
Scenarios.
Weird is what it is. Like, you're, instead of attacking what everybody knows about a thing, you're like creating fiction around it that backs up the idea that you think I'm wrong. That's weird, see? That's weird. I think getting married on an airplane is also weird. And I think most people probably agree with that. But we'll see. We'll take more feedback, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I got some other good emails coming in, and we'll get to those. Also, it was all a hoax. It was all a hoax, not a dream. It was all a hoax. What is happening? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Have you ever been come on to by someone really older than you?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I've
42.
I've never done that. I've never like hooked up with.
Go, Mike. Quick Mills Air read first. Then over to you.
On Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Thursday, we are going to be expecting an even warmer day than yesterday. However, there will be a few more clouds around and maybe a stray shower or two. Only a 10% chance of rain, though, is a...
We're going to talk about this ice 5-year-old thing, by the way, at some point in time. So hold your opinions. We'll get into that momentarily.
80 degrees before a high of 85 Sunday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Folks, there are two types of companies out there. Companies that will take advantage of you, and their employees will take advantage of you, and they'll try to juice as much money out of you as they possibly can one time, and that's it. And then the second type of company, which is like Mills Air, where they want to treat you right. They want to do things the old-fashioned way. They're family-owned and operated. They're locally owned and operated. When they come out to fix your AC, they're looking to keep a smile on your face and keep the shock value on that price tag down as low as possible and make it fair. That way, you come back when there are other issues. That's what Mills Air does. If you like that idea, if that's how you want business done, support the businesses that are doing it. You can pick up the phone and call anybody when your AC breaks. But I encourage you to do the right thing and call Mills Air. 407-277-1159. That's the number to get your AC fixed, no matter what's wrong with it, no matter what kind you have. 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
There's something...
Hello. I think I need a name for this. I think I need a name for this phenomenon where I say, man, this woman who is screaming at the grocery store is a real bitch. And then somebody emails and goes, you don't know if that woman just had a miscarriage and she's poor and she can't afford her rent and her child has diabetes and his little fat ass is just dying one day at a time. It's like a hallucination debate. I don't know if that's good enough a name. Fantasy debate, hallucination debate, something like that.
Free. That's 1-800-747-3733. In Office Orlando. Hey, everybody, Jim Goldberg here. You guys know I've renovated a few homes in my life.
2 minutes. You guys settle down on ice, okay? We'll get to the ice thing eventually. We'll get to it. Let's do something right now. Let's straighten out this camera. We gonna do it. Okay. All right, hang on. It's got a delay, so I need to make sure. All right. Okay, so it's slightly tilted. Did that fix it?
Stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And
All right, hang on, I gotta wait.
this side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy place.
Oh, I think I made it worse.
$7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at restaurants in the U.S. Hourly vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Okay. Think I got it. Hang on. 1 minute. Wrong way, huh? Now I gotta wait to see if that changed it. Good, not great. We're gonna have to work on it a little bit more. Stand by, we're coming back.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010.
Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Now that a new year is here, start 2026 by showing your gratitude. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, celebrating the incredible impact of public school educators. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life who's gone above and beyond for their students to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom. Teachers give their time, money, and hearts to help students succeed. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Get all the info and nominate a teacher who goes the extra mile today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by Racing's North Turn, Ponce Inlet. Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the new.
I don't know if I believe you. I'll present this to you in just a moment. We'll get to that, plus your feedback from thenewsjunkie.com. Send a dispatch, send an email right over there on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Sometimes when I hear a story, I go, my alarm bells are ringing a little bit. You know, my antennas are beep, 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 going off. I think something doesn't seem right about this.
You were very, very early detractor of the Juicy Smollett story.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
juicy.
even when that story and a whole bunch of other ones that I just sniffed out early on, and I was like, this seems like a hoax. Like, even when those are controversial, because it's like, whoa, buddy, what are you doing? Are you saying that this person is lying? They said this thing happened to them. It's like, yeah, sometimes I do think they're lying. And this is about a politician. I never heard of him before. You guys haven't either. Sir Desmond Swain.
Oh, yeah. Desmond Swain.
Come on.
Sir Desmond Swain is his name. And he's a British politician.
Oh, my God. He looks right out of a TV show. Have you seen his picture?
Quite old, this gentleman here. Right, there he is. Okay. Or maybe he's like younger, but just looks older. I don't know. He's a white-headed hair gentleman. And he says that he was hacked, right? Like, he claims that he has been hacked. And I don't know if I believe him. because the story seems a little bit funky to me. So he says, unfortunately, my ex account, aka Twitter, got hacked earlier, and the hackers decided to repost something very bizarre. Needless to say, I was disgusted by what they reposted, and passwords were changed immediately. Thank you to everybody who highlighted this so rapidly. So when I saw that, I said, okay, well, I mean, it happens, right? We're not fools. We understand that people, their accounts get hacked and people will post some pretty offensive stuff.
Right. And this was reposted. They didn't even, the alleged hackers didn't even come up with new material for this. It was just like a retweet. Oh my.
Yeah, saw that. Oopsie.
The photo that he posted, though, makes me so suspicious about this. It's a shirtless dude, and he's wearing shorts or something, but it's like a shirtless dude taking a mirror selfie, right?
Sure, yeah.
Like I guess you could call this like a thirst trap kind of photo, like a dude thirst trap.
Claiming that that's him.
No. What he's claiming is somebody hacked his account
just to retweet that.
Yeah, and they're posting this, and I'm like, look, if somebody hacks your account, which happens, they're usually going to all caps N-word it or post
love
something about
Hitler or something.
Yeah, the Jews are going to take a hit. Okay, like nobody goes into a person's account that they have hacked into and does like the most mundane retweet of a shirtless dude,
unless you're the shirtless dude's PR team.
But like this is just a dude. This doesn't even look like somebody who's got like a OnlyFans or something going on.
No, he has something else.
This is a guy who didn't realize he was not on his alt account, and he retweeted a shirtless dude that he liked, and then afterwards he's like, "I've been hacked."
Of course, and this happens a lot with I feel people his age, where they don't realize when you like something that it also shows up on your profile.
This guy,
we've caught many of people doing the same exact thing. This, though, he clicked the right next to the heart is the repost.
I think this guy is doing the old-fashioned, if you embarrass yourself by not being on your alt account, you go, oh my God, I did that on my main account. People are going to see that. That's going to be public. All right, what are my excuses? Like, what can I fire off as an excuse for this embarrassing thing? And you're like, that somebody hacked me. I could be wrong, but didn't Anthony Weiner initially use a thing like that back in the day? Like when he accidentally posted a photo and then deleted it real quick, and a couple of people had grabbed it.
I think it was after he had been caught.
And he said at the time, I believe, he used the whole thing. It was like, we're investigating this. Somebody gained access to my account. If someone gains access to your account, somebody who's going to do this ostensibly, likely, does not like you, right? Like I'm probably not going to hack into somebody's account and post something if I'm like a big fan of them to try to shame them in some way. And if they're going to do that, they're going to go full nuclear. Like they're going to retweet or post the most offensive stuff in the world. I've seen this happen with even, I think Obama's account got hacked one time.
Yeah.
And it was curse words and bitcoins. That's what it was. It wasn't just a shirtless dude.
May 2011, a lewd photograph of a crotch sent from the Twitter account of Anthony Weiner. They said it was just a distraction perpetrated by a hacker, according to his spokesperson.
Come on.
And to think that was 14-something years ago.
But they think that people are that dumb, and they might be right. They might be right. People might be that dumb.
I don't know.
A lot of times people don't understand what's going on. Like, to go back to what Sile mentioned, when Jussie Smollett's story first came out, and by the way, I'm putting this up on See It Now, a politician says he was hacked. All right, I got this up on See It Now so you could see the photo in question. But when people do this kind of stuff, and they say, I was hacked, and here's what happened to me, et cetera, I often look at these things like I do any other story to determine whether I think it's real or not. And when the Jussie Smollett thing came out, and everybody's like, oh my God, you see this? It's proof of just how racist this country. They put a little tiny noose on his neck. And they shouted out MAGA. And I'm like, buddy, I have been to River North many times, okay? I have never in my life, in the area where Jussie Smollett was, seen anybody who you could even guess might be a Republican. You don't see anybody in that area that would, like, you don't have people running around that area with confidence wearing MAGA hats. Okay,
Yeah, that's why Sean left.
That's I said I'm out of here.
I want to work somewhere else.
I can't deal with it. So when you hear his story, like if you know just enough about it, you're like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't add up. This doesn't make sense. No one hacks into a politician's account and the bomb they drop to their hundreds of thousands of followers or whatever is some mundane thing.
Man,
no
I'd like
way.
to think if I were a hacker that's what I would do, though. I would do really, really mundane hacks.
So
liking very strange or like chatting up with a Twitter bot.
I guess to Sealand's point.
Like if I hacked McDonald's Twitter, I would just be like, thinking about putting a full slice of cheese on the filet of fish.
if you hacked McDonald's Twitter and then like did something that made it look
Posted
weird.
a picture of a taco.
Oh, coming soon, right? Like, you know.
And then Anthony Weiner's crotch shot from 10 years ago.
You wouldn't guess.
It's the photo showed a man's bulging underpants.
Yeah, right. It was him.
News.
It was him. It was Anthony Weiner's wiener. That's what it was. And then he went to the same old tired lie, like I was hacked. Now it could be, to Sealand's point, the greatest thing ever to do mundane tweets with hacked accounts to make them look more believable. But I'm going to go with Occam's razor. The simplest, most obvious answer is usually the correct one. And I'm going to say that this guy probably wasn't hacked. That he probably likes shirtless dudes. Like, just do it, buddy.
Hold
Be
their
you,
phone
okay?
upside down. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah, I did. I don't
Throne.
know.
Is that the new thing that we're doing?
Yeah,
Is that you have to like rotate the picture after the fact? But he took a picture like this.
Yeah, the guy's
Doesn't
phone
make
is in
any
his hand.
sense to me.
I think the
it's
phone
upside
rotates it
down.
for you.
Does it?
But is
Yeah.
that a better angle to have it upside down?
Let me try here. Let's see. Like,
Please
if I
don't take
go
your shirt
like
off.
This, I'm not taking my shirt off. If I flip a Rooney, oh, it does auto flip. It does.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
and it
know
turns
that.
it on you and everything.
Huh.
So yeah, it does that, but it still doesn't make it easier to do anything. Oh, I guess the button to take the picture is on the top, which is kind of more convenient. Maybe that's why this shirtless guy did it. But I think you
something
posted
new.
this, buddy. I think you posted it yourself. I think you weren't on your alt account, and I think we might have caught you. But tell us what you think. Check it out over on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com, and you'll see what this politician posted on his account, or allegedly a hacker posted. But don't worry, he's secured his account in the aftermath of that.
For Anthony Weiner, it was like, probably a picture of himself that he didn't mean to tweet out. He probably meant to send it to somebody. This was a retweet. This was a reposting of somebody else's post.
Has everyone gone through this man's account to see what he has liked or what he follows? Or
It's probably going to all be very political stuff. He's like kind of a buttoned up dude. But
Amateurs.
By the way, I'm getting so many flashbacks on the Anthony Weiner thing. I remember that the young girl that he was talking to, her name was like Sydney Leathers or something.
Yes, that is correct.
And then what was the name that he used?
He used, oh my gosh, I am
Was
now
it
getting the same flash.
like Nacho Bill or something?
Anthony
or
Weiner's alias.
fake name. Yeah. What was his alias? What?
Oh, come on. It was something stupid. Carlos
Danger.
I forgot about that. It was Carlos Danger.
I don't know if it still exists on the system, but I think that was one of my very first little parody songs. We just started the show when that Anthony Weiner stuff happened.
That's right. Yeah.
We both had squeaky voices.
Oh, man. There we go.
Before AI, suckers.
Again, this is proof to you that the only thing that sticks with me is news stories. I can't remember anybody's name. I just remember little details like that about stories, and here we are. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Very, very easy for you to do. We had talked yesterday about these alleged tariff checks, $2,000 plus, that are going to be going out to Americans, maybe. And Mark emails on the topic. It says, hi, guys. The limit for the tariff money is simple. And the reason he's saying that is because Trump said, well, maybe we'll put like an income limit. So if people make over X amount of dollars, they don't get the $2,000 tariff rebate checks. Hi, guys. The limit for the tariff money is simple. If you make more than $173,999 per year, too bad. He said that is $1 less than the salary of a crooked U.S. congressperson. Also, I'd like to see the list of people that would ever vote no if it does go to a vote, it would be political suicide. Love the show, says Mark. I wouldn't mind any elected officials being cut out of those tariff checks for sure. But we'll continue to take your feedback as always. Email the show. If you want to be anonymous, put that right up on top if you don't mind. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we got to get into the hoax story. In fact, we can do that next. It was all a hoax, a different hoax than the one we're talking about now. This wasn't the hoax story, believe it or not. I also have a parent who filmed their child, and I find it to be real strange. So I wanted to talk about that too. We're loaded up with a lot to get into on a Thursday, so stick with us. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
The ramp's blocked from I-4 westbound of Florida's Term Beach Line and Florida's Pike Meet. Look out for construction workers.
Quick note
on the roadways there. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866.
I don't say this a lot. Quick note. Oh, shoot. I did want to
This report is sponsored by
fix this.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2000.
Is that good?
We've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly.
Okay.
Blindster.com.
Hey, have you been hearing me talk about hammer and nails? And, people have been texting me like, hey, how's the place?
How's this?
What's going on? Where do I go? Who do I talk to? You go to Hammer and Nails Group.
Is this flat?
You can see all the stuff that they've got.
I can't tell.
Lined up for you. But if you've been thinking about trying it out, now's the time because they're offering the New Year reset. It's a compliment.
I got some juice for you in a second here, but how's this? Is this flat? Level?
And Real Radio 104.1. And you'll get that upgrade. You go to Hammer and Nails, it's
not parallel with the shelves on the back wall?
It is a place designed.
And then somebody says it's perfect?
TVs, full bar, waiting
no?
for you, so you can have a cocktail while you get your hair cut.
Hang on.
Hot towel, anything goes. You just check their website, hammernailsgrooming.com, and book today, or download the app and start a membership there. They've got really good.
It takes so long to clear.
And it's all at hammernailsgrooming.com. Hammer and Nails, come as you are, leave as you want to be.
Okay, it's definitely not level.
On this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home
Yeah.
equity lines of credit.
Okay, so how do I level that out? Whoa, buddy! Hey! Come on down. Come on down. Okay. How about now? I drilled it, didn't I? I can't put a level on it, folks. Not fixed, huh? Okay, I got an idea. Okay, all right. Okay. How about that? 2.5 minutes and we're back live on the show. Worse? That's not worse. Oh, that's so close, you liars. Oh, I think that might have done it.
Wondering if dangerous contaminants are in your home's water?
I gotta wait now, because I made one last change.
We can't live without water.
I think.
We can take actions today to make it
right here.
And healthier. Leaf Home Water Solutions is offering a free in-home water test. Just visit leafhome.com.
It's still not level. Forget it. For now. I'll fix it later.
Design a whole home system and expertly install it in
We'll do it live.
one day. With Leaf Home Water Solutions.
I've become distracted. Oh, quick note for you folks. If you are sending in a dispatch and it's not getting played or you keep getting ignored over and over and over again, the most likely scenario is that you have been blackballed for sending bad dispatches. I have people that send dispatches every day, and they're terrible. They're just absolutely terrible. So to filter those out, I hit a little button, a frowny face, and the frowny face blacks out your dispatches when they come in. I can see them, but I look at them and I usually don't play them at all because you've been known to send in bad ones. You also will not show up on the website with your dispatches or other posts. You will not show up. So remember that. Keep the quality up. Tiny bit more? I'm fixing it. It's complicated because it's on like a little like lever thing that you guys aren't able to see. I'll fix it. Why is it black? I think you know why. Almost got it level.
There's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Thank you for being with us. Learn more about the show. Record what we call a dispatch. Whatever's on your mind, you're mad, you're happy, you're in agreement, you're in disagreement, whatever. Your opinion matters too. Record that at thenewsjunkie.com, video or audio dispatches, and we'll get them on the show. I want to talk about a couple of things real quick. One is it was a hoax. Everybody's been hoaxed. And two is a pretty amazing thing just happened for one very, very special video game fan. But first things first, everybody talked about this yesterday, including me, and I didn't know I'd got, but this apparently was a hoax. William Shatner's viral cereal picture.
Damn it.
No. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Uh-huh.
What was the point?
It was like fake, and let me get the update up here so we can get the actual details. This went everywhere yesterday, and we were talking a little bit about drivable food because that's come up on the show many times. But now there's an update from TMZ who had William Shatner behind the driver's seat of his car, behind the steering wheel, and he had a bowl of cereal in his hand. He was eating the cereal in the car. And the update says, William Shatner seriously misunderstood, which is a stupid headline. And here's what it says. William Shatner didn't put anyone in harm's way while crunching on a bowl of cereal behind the wheel. Because as it turns out, the whole thing was part of a brand new Super Bowl commercial. The Star Trek legend tells TMZ he's starring in an upcoming Kellogg's Super Bowl ad. I totally forgot about Super Bowl commercials.
Fake, but it was on purpose. So everyone was
yes.
That's stupid and mad.
They did it on purpose. It was an ad, and it was the first one that's come out, Sabrina. That's like a Super Bowl ad meant to drum up buzz.
Oh, cool.
That's what this was, a Kellogg Super Bowl ad. And during the 2-day shoot, there was a moment when a photographer asked him to take some publicity stills in a few different locations. And one of them that they did, they wanted him to pose behind the wheel while eating a bowl of Frosted Flakes or whatever. And he said he thought it was a silly photo, but there was some people there that took pictures like paparazzi style, and the images spread online faster than spilled milk, they say.
When did TMZ get so pun crazy?
I don't know.
Oh, they love it.
Embarrassing.
Now do it in that man's voice. You're not going to, whoa!
Yeah,
I'm screaming the whole time.
I mean, I get it. It was an interesting little photo, and people wanted to believe that William Shatner is weird enough to drive around and eat a bowl of cereal. Like, he is weird enough to do that.
But do they not understand the fragility of society these days, where you say it's a hoax, and now we're going to be mad, and we don't want to eat whatever cereal he's promoting? You duped us.
I'm not a customer for this particular type of cereal.
Nothing
against them.
I haven't been a customer for cereal in ages.
Oh, really? You don't eat cereal at all?
No.
When I visit my parents, they'll have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I'm like, I'm back. I had nostalgia.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's the one I probably would eat if I were to go just on a trip down memory lane, get some cereal. That Cinnamon Toast Crunch is it.
Is that your aunt's name?
I'm an absolute sucker for stuff like that. Like, I've seen Courtney share with me. She's like, "Did you see Little Debbie is making ice cream right now?" And I said, "Okay." And then she sends me this thing, and it's like Little Debbie has made all of their flavors into ice creams, like the cosmic brownies they have, like Little Debbie cosmic brownie
I thought
ice
Little
cream.
Debbie was just that one treat.
No,
it's
they
the
got
brand.
all kinds. Zebra cakes, ice cream, oatmeal cream pies, ice cream, Star Crunch ice cream, Nutty Bars ice cream. Give it to me. That I'm down for.
Love a great ice cream.
Kellogg's cereal is too boring.
See, none of that. I didn't.
Frosted Flakes ice cream?
I would try that, actually. I would give that a shot for sure. But it was all a hoax. It was all a Super Bowl commercial. Go ahead, Celia.
I would try the cereal ice cream before I would try a lot of that Little Debbie stuff. I just didn't eat a lot of Little Debbie growing up. Like, phrasing. Yeah, phrasing. I didn't eat a lot of Little Debbie products. I did have a stint with didn't eat Twinkies.
I love Twinkies.
I did have a stint with oatmeal cream pies, and then like I tried it and I liked them, and then my parents bought them, and I don't know if it was just like every lunchbox that I had an oatmeal cream pie in it or something. But after a while, I grew to hate them because I way overdid it on oatmeal cream pies.
Cream pies, Mom.
I've done that before, but I can lock into something and have it every single day. I still can.
Same. You know what the latest for me is?
What?
String cheese.
Oh,
from the proper brand. I want to be very, very clear.
What's the proper brand?
It's going to be your Polio.
Polio?
I thought we eradicated that.
Poly-O.
Polio. It's not going to be.
They make great cheese. Sorry you can't walk, but you'll enjoy in a wheelchair.
Polio? It's got a bird on it. The bird, like Polly want a cracker.
A great string cheese, and then something with ST.
Okay.
Not D, but that's your perfect. It must string out. It can't be hard as a rock.
Sargento?
No, it's probably
Every
not Sargento.
Single day.
Sargento is like
at least 2 string cheeses.
Is like grated Parmesan cheese.
They make
usually.
cheese sticks now, homie.
Oh, do they?
You don't think to diversify their portfolio, they went with more than just grated Parmesan cheese?
Sean was going to die on that hill. They only make grated cheese.
In an effort to turn a profit?
I didn't say they only make grated cheese. I said that the thing that Sargento is most famous for. Sargento is a city in Italy, I believe, and Sargento is they usually make the Parmesan stuff, but I'm sure they make all sorts of cheese products. I'm sure that they do. I'll get to this video game thing in just a second here.
Hey, wait, what?
Folks. But yeah, that was all a hoax. It was a hoax. It was part of a Super Bowl commercial, and keep your eyes out for more. All right, because there's going to be more. Super Bowl commercials are a big deal, but they like to do 2 things. One is little fake viral hoaxy things like this with William Shatner. The other one, I'm telling you, but you already know it. You already know it before I tell you. The companies that are going to be like, our ad was banned from the Super Bowl.
Oh, can't wait.
And they tell you that the ad was banned because they won't air the truth on this network. And then it turns out that that's just a clever tactic for getting extra views on your commercial you never intended to air during the Super Bowl anyhow.
Do you have to put down any significant amount of money to submit an ad to the Super Bowl? Because we could submit a news junkie ad for the Super Bowl, and then we just full frontal F-bombs everywhere. And then
we've been denied.
And then, oh my gosh, our news junkie ad was banned from the Super Bowl, and then everybody watches
and
it.
We don't mention that it was banned because we couldn't front the money, but banned nonetheless.
This is the strategy that they employ every single Super Bowl. So you guys all know this. You know this is going to happen. Let's keep our eyes out for that, too. Let's not get hoodwinked anymore on this stuff. Okay, now over to the world of video games. As you know from listening to this show, I am one of the biggest video game players on planet Earth.
What's your console of choice these days?
Oh, I cannot choose. I like them all the same. I'll do a little Steam.
You can't name a console?
And I'll do
console,
some PlayStation after my Steam, and then I'll do some Xbox after the Steam and the PlayStation.
Come off as a PC guy to me.
And then I'll PC it up because PC is obviously the superior platform. And I'll do all of those. But I actually literally am the worst video game player that has ever existed.
I just started Fallout.
Worst of the worst. How are you? Isn't Fallout really, really old?
Yeah, but I started watching the second season. It's available now on PS5.
You gonna start playing Earthworm Jim again soon?
You had
Echo
me
the
at
Dolphin. Cubert's great. Marble Madness. You know what I'm saying? Marble Madness, baby.
Kirby's Dream Land.
Yes, let's go. Well, this was a dream for a video game player. And they said one person who was a mega fan has been the only person in the entire world granted access to play Grand Theft Auto 6 before everybody else. This person has been granted early access to play Grand Theft Auto 6. No one else gets to play it, but this mega super fan did. And said they were so excited to be able to get access to this and to be able to play this. There was just one tiny little twist in this. And that was apparently the guy was on his deathbed. And they did the whole ploy about I'm dying. All I want to do is play GTA, please, if you don't mind. Anthony Armstrong, a UI integrator, that's user. I thought it was no, it's not user experience.
User interface.
User interface? Yeah, user interface. A user interface integrator, Ubisoft, UBISOFT. Real good at video games, as you can tell. Shared a message on LinkedIn asking for help in December. He explained that a close family member had battled cancer for years. However, doctors recently gave them 6 to 12 months to live. Armstrong said the person loved Grand Theft Auto and feared they would miss the next game's release. And they were suggesting that this person had been able to play GTA 6 before all the rest of you.
But they wanted to make sure he played it right before he died so he couldn't release the secrets, or?
Yeah, they've done this before. What was the movie? There was a movie that was going to be coming out, and they granted access to a fan on their deathbed because the fan really wanted to see the movie.
So you might be talking about Breaking Bad, where Vince Gilligan offered to either, it says tell here, but I thought they offered to show this super fan who was terminally ill. His name was Kevin Cordasco, and he said, "No, I want to experience it with everybody, everybody else when it gets released." And he died before it.
Oh, Principal's stand did not work out for him. Is that what it was? It was Breaking Bad.
That's the one that stuck out to me because that definitely happened in Breaking Bad, and they even dedicated one of the episodes to him, and they said that
the Fly episode.
No, that would be adding insult to injury. But no, it said they offered to tell him how the show ends, and he wanted to experience it with other viewers. But I guess he got to meet Vince Gilligan and all that, and it said his insights influenced the final season, particularly around two of the characters that were a part of the whole journey there.
Really? Okay. Well, just so you guys know, in the world of video games, I've told you before that Courtney is a huge fan of The Sims, and she liked to play The Sims. One time during the time we've been together, she got back into it, and I lost her for 3 months. Lost her for a while, deep into the world of Sims. She can speak Sims. It's embarrassing. The whole thing is bad. But she has told me, and I was not expecting this at all. She goes, I really want to play Grand Theft Auto, but I don't want to let myself because I think I'll really, really like it. And I'll just be inseparable from the Grand Theft Auto game. And I thought, I never would have pictured that for her. And it would be pretty weird if it was Sean, what's Courtney doing? She only does two things. She goes to Publix and she plays Grand Theft Auto. Those are the things on her agenda.
There's a lot in those games. I think I told you guys this story before about when I was playing GTA 5. And as part of the storyline that you go through, like, you meet women and take them on dates and stuff. Like, you're like, it's not always just shooting up and stealing cars. There's like life things in it, which is super weird.
Yeah, and she wants to like maneuver around and like live into the world a little bit.
And I was telling like our roommate about playing the game, and somewhere it got lost in translation that he knew I was talking about a video game. He thought I was talking about real life, and like that he thought I was explaining that I went on a date and took some girl bowling. He's like, "Did you let her win? Man, you got to let her in. You know, you got to let her win a couple. So you know she, you know." And I'm like, "Buddy, it's a video game," and he had no idea. He just
he's completely disconnected from the world, probably more so than even me. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get back and get into a couple of your dispatches, your emails. Keep those coming across. We love to hear from you. I want to see what you have to say. So email tips@thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put that up on top. When we come back, there's something that was on last night that I really want to talk about. And I have an idea. I have an idea that I think could solve a problem. All right? This is a let's make a deal moment again. I've got a good idea that I think can solve one of the more controversial issues in the country right now. Both those coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
I remember one time this girl was like, "Hey, like it'll be hot. We're
That accident's been cleared up on 408 westbound at Summerlin Boulevard. Traffic's getting by pretty well now.
Now here's the question.
On Orange Blossom Trail northbound at Tap Vineland Road. There's some ongoing construction. Use John Young Parkway as an alternate route. The ramp from
that looks pretty level.
Turnpike, that's blocked. There's an overturned vehicle getting cleared out.
Just to me in my eyes.
See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the traffic center. I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by...
That's pretty level.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster.
It's not perfectly level though, is it?
Back in 2010. Since then,
it's a little bit off still.
Shades and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit.
God darn it. Okay, hang on. Okay. Okay. Stand by. Oh boy. Hang on. Okay. Okay. How we looking?
Time to get your edge back with Red Mountain Weight Loss. And if you get Red Mountain Weight Loss and get on testosterone therapy, they're going to give you 1 month of a GLP-1 weight loss medication for absolutely free. That's a $299 value. Hey man, it's worth it. If you're getting older, doesn't mean that you got to, feel old. Prescription testosterone.
I give up. I give up.
Up and go, and it'll have you feeling like you're 20 again. Gain more muscle and less effort in the gym. You're going to feel better. You're going to sleep better, and you're going to love a little bit better.
I give up. I'll handle that after the show.
Weight loss. Don't be fooled.
Can't deal with this kind of stuff.
Like actual testosterone, it's a game changer, and you're going to look better. You're going to lose weight, and
it matches your crooked hat. Don't do this to me. You want to ruin the show? Is your goal to ruin the entire show today?
A $299 value when you start testosterone therapy only at Red Mountain Weight.
It's making you look shorter.
Today, go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial #250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Yeah, okay. Tanya, I appreciate that you're saying your left needs to come down a little bit, but my left and your left and thinking about those things is very, very confusing.
They came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
We found heavy metals like iron.
Stand by.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leave Home Water Solutions made it easy
Stand by.
to safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leave Home Water Solutions,
Trump is currently ranting about fake polls and fraudulent polling should be a criminal offense.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems.
Okay.
That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. Leafhome.com.
So do I turn it this way or that way? Do I turn it this way or that way? Your stand is broken. It's not broken.
So much help. And everything I need to succeed is here. It's here at Galen College of Nursing, and it's here for you too.
Huh?
galencollege.edu/Orlando to RSVP to our next open house.
That way, right? I turn it that way. That felt good. This could distract for like a whole week. All right, we're back with an ingenious idea, a let's make a deal idea. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Is that straight? That's perfect. No, it's not too far. Right here. That's pretty straight.
I recently had a client who came to us because she was ignored by the insurance company and left to suffer. But we didn't let that happen. We fought and recovered $1 million.
I think it might be a little off, but that'll do for right now. We'll tighten it up a little bit more tomorrow. For right now, this will do.
Want a Big Green Egg? For the lowest price anywhere, go to Wassie's Meat Market. They'll deliver and set up your Big Green Egg.
OCD with TNJ?
Before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram.
I'm a perfectionist. It's not OCD.
Wassie'sMeatMarket.com for your Big Green Egg today.
Shoes? Yeah, I'm wearing shoes in 2026. Why are you guys just now catching on to this? Look. All year long. Don't look at my crotch, you fucking weirdo. All year long, I'm wearing shoes in the studio. That's why I call it the studio. Okay, we are coming back. We got a lot on deck, including Fritz on the Street. Yes, that's right. Fritz on Z Street coming up pretty soon here. I do want to. I think we would benefit from that. Okay. I'm gonna leave it. All right, we're coming back.
Minutes. Again, talk, text, and data for just $20 a month.
The football postseason lives on iHeartRadio.
And Denver's going to the AFC Championship game.
From the official NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily.
Fox Sports Radio.
And now you have Denver without Bo Nix and you got Jared Stidham.
Or local stations that bring you the games live.
Ball's intercepted, and the Broncos have it at their own 40.
This is 24/7 coverage of everything you love about football.
Just open the iHeartRadio app and search NFL to dive in.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the new...
It's the world's most viral newsroom, and it's good to have you on board. Let's see what's happening before everybody else knows it, right? That's what we do around here. Learn more about the show and everything involved in it, including the podcast you can subscribe to for free at thenewsjunkie.com. The big story all year long has been the ICE stuff, and I find it to be like so contentious. People get so angry over this. I'm waiting for something else, and then it's like maybe the Greenland stuff has popped up a little bit. And nothing really has transfixed us. We're still waiting on updates on stories that we've been following, like the Anna Kepner cruise murder situation. Still nothing on that. No charges against her brother. And as we're waiting on stuff like this, I'm trying to watch everything that's happening out there. So you can always let us know what stories you're seeing, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. But one thing I see people fighting on just continuously is the ICE stuff. Everybody's posting it on social media. They're angry or they're happy.
Facebook,
or they
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see
They
this?
do the thing where they go, look, if you're one of my friends on here and you support blank, well, then we're done. We can't do this anymore. I don't want to be your friend any longer, or whatever their post is. And I've talked about before how I think ICE is losing the PR battle. Like, they're just not good at PR. And they just always seem to be in videos out there where they're strong-arming somebody. And that's a bad look to regular people, and certainly to people who get whipped up by little short clips online and stuff. I think one of the easy ways to combat this, I don't think this would be a difficult task to pull off. Because yesterday I saw an ICE vehicle, and it's in traffic, and it was going down a street in suburbia, right? Just like suburbia, cars everywhere on the side of the road, and then a small street that they were trying to make their way through. But the protesters, as they have been doing lately, they start to block the ICE vehicle, and they pin them in, and on and on we go with this weird game of like soccer moms fighting ICE. I think if the ICE vehicles had a big LED screen on them that said the person they were currently pursuing, like what crime it was for.
Oh yeah.
I think that would help them out a little bit. If the ICE vehicle had a big LED and it said, "On our way to apprehend a pedophile." All right? And now they have that up there.
Do you not think that the LED would just always say pedophile?
It'd be the most powerful one.
But let's do a QR code that you can scan and see the actual documents and proof of said pedophilia or murder.
You don't want to tell the person's name because you don't want to give away too much. You're en route. Maybe they'll get the heads up or something. But if you're like, right now, the person we're after is illegally in this country. We have deportation orders. And by the way, this is the heinous crime that they've been charged with. And then if anybody blocks you and they're out there screaming and, the ICE Karens are yelling in your face, everybody watching will be like, whoa, they were en route to bust a child sex predator. And these people interrupted them in that moment. Or if it said like, somebody who had 17 DUIs, or, if you could see whatever was going on an LED on the top of those ICE vehicles while all the cars were blocking them off, I think they might score a couple of points. I think it might work for them. Let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get into some of those in just a moment. We also have to talk about something that's happening with the TSA. So we might as well bring that up. This is a perfect opportunity for me to complain, and I'm going to do that if you don't mind. Because I was told in no uncertain terms that TSA was going to do away with us taking off of our shoes. We're going through security and taking off our shoes because of the shoe bomber, Richard Reed.
I thought you were
doing it forever.
I thought you were going way more generic on this. I was really expecting. I was told in no uncertain terms that this is America.
This is America. I was told that too, but it's not. Sometimes when you're waiting in line with TSA because of all the rules that they have, and not only do they check you for all your stuff these days and how much liquid you got on you, but they also at TSA still make you do things they promised not to do. Like we all said we'd go through the stupid scanner thing so you could see our junk. Mm-hmm. And we go through the stupid scanner thing. I put my arms up every time, and you're looking at our junk. You can see if women have tampons in and stuff. You're doing all this stuff, and we still have to take off our shoes. We still have to do that.
Pre-check, baby.
I've not gotten around to that at all. Does pre-check not have any requirements for taking off stuff when you're going through the line?
No, definitely not shoes.
Do you have to take out your electronics?
No, I don't recall.
I feel like that's always like a sometimes yes, sometimes no, depending on the line.
And where you're going, because I do remember having pre-check, and all of us had to take apart our laptops, including the case that may be around the laptop. But the last time I flew through pre-check was no shoes, were taken off, and electronics stayed where they were, and I didn't have to take off a jacket or anything.
Yeah. Well, now we've got more on our radar.
Great.
The TSA is saying that they are also warning about traveling with bagels. And I did not know that this could be a potential problem.
This is where I start to get really upset and have to dump myself.
This is their post. It says Transportation Security Administration.
That's a lot of schmear.
That's quite preposterous.
That is packed to the gills with schmear.
We're looking at a photo of a giant bagel that they posted on the TSA Facebook page, and it's probably got an 1.5 to 2 inches.
It's the size of the bagel.
Yeah, of a cream cheese in the middle of this sucker.
When I first started going to Einstein's, like that was the amount of cream cheese you got. It was like a 1/2 inch of schmear.
It says, who likes a plain bagel? Get it? Plain bagel? If this snack is your everything, it's good to go. Just make sure any cream cheese not on your bagel is 3.4 ounces or less.
Oh, come on.
Each container fits within a single quart-sized bag per passenger. I don't think a lot of people knew about this, but
because cream cheese is not a liquid.
Yeah, not at all. Like legit, if you have more than a certain percentage of cream cheese for your bagel, that too could get flagged going through TSA.
This is wishy-washy because this rule is for liquids, and it is so easily broken that if you were to take like an entire bottle of wine and freeze it solid, you could take it through TSA if it was frozen solid because it's no longer in liquid form.
And then what, you just have a wine popsicle?
Yes.
Suck that down the whole flight?
Well, sometimes you got to wait a little bit. If you get to the airport nice and early.
Hang on, it really is starting to sound like you've done this before.
No, because
no.
Why would I freeze a whole bottle of wine?
I don't know. It just was sounding like you had a personal experience with it.
I just know people who have spoken with TSA about such a thing, and I'm in the comments like, why would you freeze a whole bottle of wine? That sounds weird.
I think all of this is an overreach. It truly is. And I get that we want to be safe. I don't want planes blowing up. I don't want any planes blowing out of the sky. I don't want little kids exploding and stuff. I don't want any of that. But it is a little bit hard to follow the things that we can and can't bring. And I thought we were going to reduce things from that list in 2026. But maybe that's not the case. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see. A couple emails really quickly. Here is anonymous emails this show. Anonymous says, keep your ear to the ground about something big next week going on in the world. Somebody in my family is on presidential detail and is usually on standby at their base. Out of the blue, they were just told to pack and be ready to go Monday, which is extremely rare and strange. I don't know where to or for how long. They're in a role that doesn't affect what's going on here in the States. I don't know, they said. But they're suggesting that because some movements of people that they know that are in the presidential detail, that there's something big next week going on in the world.
Interesting.
Right. It could be anything, but we'll keep our eyes on that. John emails the show. John says, I highly recommend taking the Keys to the Kingdom tour if you're somebody who goes to theme parks. On it, they tell you the percent of annual pass holders here versus Disneyland. It's a small percentage here and the opposite over there. Besides the history, backstage, and underground tour. You get lunch and skip the line for the Jungle Cruise. Don't want to spoil the number in case you do the tour, says John. The number of annual pass holders at both of those locations is very large. If it's not 50% at Disney World, it's still very close to that. There's a lot of locals and people with annual passes that go there. I don't know what they're telling you on the Keys of the Kingdom tour, but I'm not taking that. I'm not that much of a Disney nerd, okay? I'm not going behind the scenes.
I think getting to go down to the Utilidors is pretty cool. But I've been down there.
I haven't. Yeah, that I would be interested in saying.
Like another language to me.
One more. David emails the show. Hi, Sean and crew. My 92-year-old mom is visiting again. As soon as she got into the truck, she got to hear about herpes and the various ways of transmittal. Sorry, she's still not a fan, says David. Well, what are you going to do?
Educational. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
if you don't know what we're talking about, I just posted the Instagram story that kind of sums it up.
We learned a lot, I think, during that whole back and forth. There were things I didn't know. This was a lady who had herpes on her mouth, and we asked the questions that nobody else wanted to ask. And
Someone
That needs to
also
be done.
tagged her, so it's going to be weird if she
Oh no!
sees the comment.
Well, I mean, she knows it's out there too, and she knows everybody in the world was seeing that sucker on her lip. There wasn't any hiding that. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Taylor Swift and Sinners are making history, and at least one is confirmed to suck. This week in celebrity fallouts, including Queer Eyes, Spicy Pashas, and Mothers. Plus, get your wallets and or lady parts ready. Goop's Valentine's Day guide is out or in. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hello.
Temperatures will be soaring well into the mid-70s with a high of around 76 degrees today in Orlando. We'll be
Here we are.
to most exciting skies. A couple of stray showers can be ruled out, but only about a 10% chance of rain is expected. Even warmer.
Don't forget, folks, if you're not subscribed on YouTube, please subscribe. It's free. And you can keep up with what's happening here on the show. Breaking news. Breaking news. A Minnesota federal magistrate judge has refused to sign a complaint bringing charges against Don Lemon in connection with the church protest on Sunday. Now, there have been charges, I hear, against some of the people that barged into this church and started harassing people, but not Don Lemon. And that's probably because he can at least hide under the guise that he is some member of the media, and so he was just following in to chronicle this. The judge did not want to sign a complaint with charges against Don Lemon, apparently.
For many years to come, that's good enough for me. And making this appointment, by the way, could not be easier. All you have to do is pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250.
All right, jury duty. Jury duty is on the way. The next episode is up next. Fritz on the Street is on the way. We got a bunch happening in just a short amount of time. And then we're going to fire it up into the more controversial stuff. We'll go left, right, and in the center.
Get that scan today and learn how you can extend your life for years to come.
Pack your year with awe and awesome at SeaWorld Orlando. Get up close to
Cosidius on Twitch says they're going to find a loophole for Don Lemon. I mean, it seems like a hard case. Like, because Don Lemon was videotaping the other people doing it, and as far as I'm aware, I might be wrong about this. As far as I'm aware, I don't think Don Lemon was like actively participating in the heckling and like the harassing himself. So I think it would be very hard to be successful in a case against him. Don't forget Fritz on the Street picks. I won't, but thank you for the reminder anyways. Freedom of press versus he was asked to leave and stayed. Was he asked to? I'm sure they asked all of them to leave, right? But I still think the courts are going to give some level of leniency to a person documenting the thing versus the people actively participating in the thing. Like, let's say, hypothetical time. Let's say you're a reporter for KIS News, and you are out on the streets, and you see a bunch of young people robbing a gas station. And you bring out your phone because you know it's news going on. You start recording on your phone these young people robbing the gas station because you're going to play it on the news. You're like, oh my God, look, they're stealing all the fruit roll-ups. They're all gone. It's fruit roll-up pandemonium. You record all of that. You're there. The cops are like, these kids need to get out of here. And you're still documenting all of this stuff. There's no judge in their right mind that's going to say that that person with the phone recording it, if they weren't actively taking a part in the crime, should also be charged. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I don't think that will happen.
Fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy place every day.
1 minute.
$7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary. Welcome back to Winter.
All right, don't forget, Fritz on the street in a bit. I've seen a couple people asking to be picked. We'll feel it out. We'll see how it goes, okay? Here we go.
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you.
We'll just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, not a little sure, but super sure. The seismic shift is coming. Super sure, coming soon.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real, no proof or no radio, 1041.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the new.
It's happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Thanks for being with us. Quick heads up, if you ever want to watch the show, you can on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie with an IE on the end. And you'll see us live here in the studio, a whole big giant production. A lot of people who go over to watching the show, they never go back. They never go back. So maybe you want to check it out and poke your head in today. Go to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie or just search for The News Junkie over on YouTube. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I'm still alive, but just barely. I'm sorry, Mr. Mountain Lion.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com. And of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. You can tune in every single weekend, get your questions answered live on the air, or get your questions answered now by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. Website chock full of information for you. Very easy to navigate through. Direct access to Don himself. Refinancing, buying a first dream home, debt consolidation, starting a business, or expanding your business. Just work with a guy who's got your back. thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mere 21 years ago, 2005, that chaos erupted. Any guesses?
What was the year again?
2005, 21 years ago. It can drink now. More clues. Radio station, WKYS, Slippery. When this guy, right here,
This is
50 Cent.
Oh, 50 Cent.
Good friend of him. Good friend
The
of
Game? The Game.
The Game is right. Did you say Doug Game?
No, The Game.
Doug Game. And his entourage allegedly attacked not one, but two DJs because of comments one of them made. The Game's manager was later convicted of assault. A few months after that, one of those DJs, Quasi Jones, who also filed a lawsuit for $280 million.
Okay, well.
In damages for assault.
That's some assault.
And emotional distress. You can't
That's
put a
a
price
lot.
on that. Against The Game, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre's label, Aftermath Entertainment, and Eminem's label, Shady Records. So, no, I guess security is better at WKYS, hopefully. But be careful.
That's a weird radio station because when I hear KYS, I think kill yourself. And
I think KY Jelly.
Yeah, that's what comes to my mind.
There you have it. and do the opposite of killing yourself. How about just pleasure yourself this Valentine's Day?
Okay.
Guess what's out?
What's out?
Goop's Valentine's Day gift guide.
Oh.
And you better believe that it involves stuff that personally massages you from the belly button down. We have the annual gift guide, a wide range of vibrators, including one that you wear around your neck.
Well, that's going to be obvious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there pleasure points though on the neck there?
No, I think it's just readily available.
Got it. Okay.
It's called Vesper Mini if you want to pull it up.
So is it wearing it like a necklace, and then you just go, hang on a second, please.
It's like those things that hold your
Cocaine
eyeglasses
spoons. Oh.
around, so you don't lose them.
Yeah, something like that.
That's
2¼ inches long, has variable speeds, waterproof, very important. And if you feel like taking things to the next level, you can kick it into turbo mode.
Looking at the reviews. I always like the reviews on a product like
Did you see
this.
the price point yet? Because that's insane.
Yeah, it's not cheap, actually.
$165, and it's for external use only. So don't
Yeah, but you could
put
get
it
custom
anywhere.
you could get custom engraving on it if you want.
Oh, good. A wedding anniversary.
This way you can
of some
name it?
sort. Yeah. His and her action. There's also the hug. It wraps around him, but it simulates both of them at the same time. Lesbians invented that a long time ago. $79. And if you really want your special guy to have a Valentine's Day you never forget, you can throw down just a mere $10,000.
That's a little bit
Design
much.
your own lingerie. That gets you a session with an actual designer, and together you come up with your own 3-piece collection for $10,000.
Wow.
Or you just reach out to a seamstress and pay much less.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How is that necessary? There's so much lingerie out there.
But it's custom. It has its
It's already
initials.
been made, and like, you find it everywhere. Like, just find the one that you like and buy it. There's people doing a great job out there.
Exactly. I'm more just like, keep the socks on, babe. Everything
Okay.
else. This gal right here making history alongside.
know that was your thing.
I just don't have time.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is being inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and at 36 is now the youngest woman to ever do it.
Oh, they haven't had anybody younger than 36 in the Songwriters Hall of Fame?
Very close.
Damn.
Very, very close. Only one other artist, male or female, went in younger. Stevie Wonder, inducted at the age of 32 in 1983.
But like none of those people that were in like the 27 Club, none of them got Songwriter Hall of Fame nods?
Nope. I'm not
Weird.
seeing that. A few artists that went in younger than Stevie and Taylor, but doesn't count because they were already dead.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All yeah.
Fatality.
So that includes Buddy Holly, dead at 22, Otis Redding, dead at 26, Jim Croce,
Croce,
yeah.
at 30. What song was his?
Better Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town.
They put him in the Hall of Fame for that, huh?
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right. So congratulations. The class of 26 also includes Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Kenny Loggins, Alanis Morissette, and that all goes down June 11th in New York City.
You don't tug on Superman's cape.
You don't spit into the wind.
That's another good
You
one.
don't steal the mask from the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim.
One's identity, one line.
Not really.
Sinners makes history along with Taylor Swift, but this is another award show that I believe is happening sooner. Congratulations. Colossal news alert. Ryan Coogler's Sinners, the horror flick, just made Oscar history with
Pretty fun movie.
I love
Still haven't
Sinners.
seen it.
What?
It's a good looking movie.
Is it
It's
because we talked about it and you didn't want to see it? I feel like I'm getting a Stranger Things vibe.
No.
It's because C Lane's movie selections are, there's a lot of genres that he just doesn't like. He doesn't like a lot of genres.
No, I have Sinners in the queue.
What are you watching now that is stopping you?
We started His and Hers last night.
Oh, loved His and Hers.
Yeah.
But get ready. Season 2 is coming. That's all I'm going to say. They all die. They got 16 nominations, making Oscar history, officially blows past the longtime 3-way record of 14 noms held by All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land. And the cast
All
and
About
crew.
Eve.
All About Eve.
I've
Remember?
never even heard of this before.
It was all about her.
I
And
guess so.
They got 14 nominations. The Hall includes Best Picture, Michael B. Jordan for lead actor, Wunmi Mosaku, and Delroy Lindo for supporting actress and actor, and even a nod in the brand new Best Casting category. Congratulations. We shall see the Oscars in a mere couple weeks. I don't have a date here, but I'm sure it's going to be great. Looking forward to it. Not looking forward to how awkward it's going to be if the queer eyers ever hang out again.
They don't like each other.
Was that weird? What was it? Today's Show or Good Morning America?
I don't know. All I knew was
Everyone
that
else showed up, but
yeah.
except for one.
One guy didn't show up, and he wasn't like quiet about why he wasn't showing up with the other queer guys.
No, he sent a video. It was like, hey guys, wish I could be there, but it's actually all their fault. And my therapist said that I shouldn't be here, and bullying, emotional distress, harassment. But now we have.
And it wasn't even the annoying guy, because there's one guy that just seems like a horrible human being, the Jonathan guy. Like
Oh
he's
my
just
God,
a
I
piece
love
of work.
his hair products. I am a fan of JVN. Great curling cream.
His pet ownership history is enough to make me, and not to mention everything else about him. But that
What was
guy
the pet ownership history?
He's killed multiple cats because he's about the worst cat owner I think I've ever heard in my life. He
to me.
just seems like a real piece of work, that guy. But
Well, the real piece of work here is the production team who apparently gave the mother of Caramel Brown some production headphones when she went to visit during a scene for the last season. And hot mic happened, and she heard all of the smack that three of them were speaking because he's still cool with one guy. And that was enough that she went right to her son, said all the mean things that we do not know about. The insider did not tell TMZ, but that was enough for him to completely cut ties with everybody, even though the new and final season is about to premiere.
Do they just not realize that do they forget that they're mic'd up when they do stuff
that's
like
what
this?
happened in Notting Hill. It's the same thing. The hot mic moment will catch you like that.
What happened in Notting Hill?
How do you juggle this stuff? The same thing. I don't want to talk about it because it's Julia Roberts and it won't work well for me. But the thing that's tough about this is the entire image of their show is like, we're just the nicest guys and we're just doing this. We're just so nice. We're doing the sweetest things. And it's like, how do you juggle that with the fact that all of these people are at each other's throats? They don't like each other for some reason.
I think that's why it's a series finale.
Yeah, I think the problem is with that tan guy.
Who's the tan guy?
Which tan guy?
That's
Like
his
he's
name.
actually tan?
No,
Oh.
his name. I mean, he's tanner than some of the others. But
I just know guy who wears dresses and wants a lot of attention.
Not a fan.
No, it's terrible. It's lame.
You a fan of this show right here? Wait for it, because I moved my clip around.
Now this is a story.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Will Smith.
Yeah. Well, guess what? If you've got millions of dollars, you can live all up in his auntie's house.
All right.
It's now for sale. The iconic home made famous by the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is about to hit the market for...
How many square feet we talking?
A lot of jiggies. 38,510 square feet.
This has got to be, though.
It's like a Walmart.
This is, I mean, that was filmed on a set, though, right? We're just talking you're buying the exterior, much like the Full House house.
Yeah,
Sure,
definitely.
but the exterior was this massive house that's now hitting the market. It's a colonial estate featuring 6 bedrooms, 7.5 bathrooms, approximately 10,000 square feet that sits on the 38,000 plus square foot corner lot.
Oh, that's a
built
lot. Okay.
In 1937. It marks the first time in 48 years the instantly recognizable exterior facade has been up for sale, and despite the show's title, the house is not, brace yourselves, in Bel Air.
Can't do it then.
Sorry. It is actually
Nah.
in Brentwood. You could do it. It's very beautiful
the
neighborhood.
Fresh Prince of Brentwood just doesn't have the same
This is
ring.
a story all about, well,
It's one of those things where you hear like one little change that could have been made on a show that
or
would have
one
ruined
little
it.
fight.
How
that-
became the prince of a town called Brentwood?
It's not terribly off, though. It could
I
work.
hate it.
Now it's all I'm singing in my head, and I can't wait to share the parody with you tomorrow on the
And
Boob
West Los Angeles, born and raised.
And to Landon, Florida, small town Orlando. Nothing?
I think you lost it, I think. Yeah.
We all did.
Tonight on the Boob Tube, Mel Brooks, the 99-year-old man, speaking of loss, going to be on HBO. The second season premiere of Scrabble on the CW.
Yes.
Oh, who's horny? Trivial Pursuit, also second season premiere on the CW. Hey, CW.
The CW
what
has
you doing?
They've come a long way, but it's in the wrong
happening?
direction.
Yeah, it's all sucking. Series premiere of Free Burt on Netflix, and you can also catch Luke Bryan on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Quick break. When we come back, Fritz on the Street is back for 2026.
God,
yeah, baby.
Now, we've only done one Fritz on the Street in like the past, I don't know, half a year or more maybe. And we've not done a single one where everybody was on board and the points counted. So now this is official.
Wait,
this is
our
the
last
real
year's
deal.
points are not rolling over, huh?
No, we got to start from scratch. We're zeroing out across the board here, but this is when it gets real. And here's the thing. We each, in Fritz on the Street, the greatest game in all of radio, we represent one of you. And here's how it works. If we win, you win, and you get yourself a prize, a very exclusive magnet from Game of Magnets that you can't get any other way on planet Earth. So if you want us to represent you, now's the time to get our attention in chat, messages, or elsewhere. We'll see who we pick, and we'll see what happens with Fritz on the Street, because that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Some planned constructions blocking all northbound lanes on Orange Blossom Trail at Tap Vineland Road. Use John Young Parkway as an alternate route. The ramp from I-4 westbound to Florida's Turnpike, that's blocked.
477 from the
There we
Traffic
go.
Center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds.
Hey, everybody, welcome in. Fritz on the Street is coming up next. The greatest game in all of radio. Let's play. Let's see it happen.
One of my favorite things about that mortgage guy, Don, from thatmortgageguydawn.com is the fact that he's part of the Real Radio family. That's right, every Saturday morning you can
Come
tune
on,
into the
chat.
radio show and get your questions answered live on the air. Don and his crew are pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business because he wants you to.
Do last week's winners get a magnet? Yes. Both people, I believe, from last week, at least one of them emailed me, and they will get the magnet.
Your business? Well, you gotta work with someone.
It's just that the points from last week don't count.
So get the process started today and get
There we go. Chat's loading.
fingertips by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
YouTube, keep going over there. Let's get some more subscribers. If you found out you watch, you hang out with us, you're tuned in right now, and you at least mildly like what's happening around here, just take a moment, pause, do whatever you got to do, and hit that subscribe button so we can get to the goal of having an after show stream, aka an ass, fully uncensored. Don't know when it's going to be. We'll all in chat agree on what day, even if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday, and what time. But you'll unlock a bonus stream if we get to 2,000 or 27,500 subs on YouTube.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that
Everybody else blew it out of the water. I didn't factor in how slow YouTube would be. I believe in you, though. ERNDE, Erndie Custom says, Taco, speak loudly and wave your big stick. I mean, the thing that's just so stunning to me is for all the people who say the taco stuff, they're like, typical taco Trump. Like, does the insult really work if it's a successful strategy? As simple as it is, it seems to work over and over and over again to demand you want the whole pizza, and really you'll be happy with like 3 slices. Like, give me the whole, I'm taking the whole pizza. And then they go, you know what, I'll give you 3 slices. And then you go, I'll take the 3 slices. And then people go, well, you folded, you tacoed. All you ended up was the 3 slices. You didn't end up with the whole pizza like you wanted.
Well, what I actually wanted was the 3 slices. Seems like a win.
Routine cleaning or advanced care like implants, crowns, oral surgery, or custom dentures. Sage Dental brings all your dental needs conveniently together under one roof.
Sean's ass uncensored. True.
Dental innovation.
Excuse me.
Invasive techniques for more comfort and faster healing. Need a crown? Sage can create safe.
The algorithm on YouTube is not as polished as Twitch.
We accept most insurance plans.
I'm sorry, what?
Our Sage Care Plus plan.
The algorithm on Twitch is nothingness. The algorithm on Twitch is if you're a one-eyed lesbian, will feature your stream on the homepage for 5 seconds. And then we'll have like a terrible mobile feed where we randomly pop up streams every once in a while. The algorithm on Twitch is nothing. The algorithm on Twitch is like one person a year gets to become the next big streamer. That's the algorithm on Twitch. Nothing. How'd you get to be one-eyed? That's none of your business. That is no business of yours. All you need to know is she's got one eye. She's probably got like 6 hashtags of self-identified syndromes that she has on her Twitter profile. And they'll highlight her on the main page. Rising star. We've got a rising star. Okay, 90 seconds, and then we're back with the greatest game in all of radio, and you can play along. Now, the question is, chat, who should I choose to represent? Who am I going to represent in Fritz on the Street? Now's your time. I'm going to pick one of the next 10 comments, and I will represent that person in Fritz on the Street. Mystic Ridges on Twitch. I'm picking you. Mystic Ridges on Twitch. You write it down.
Oh, you can stay in your car. It only takes 10 minutes.
I can stay in? Get out. I better find a good playlist to listen to while I wait. EDM? Nah. Oh, what about something classical? Nah.
Okay.
Now you speaking my language.
Buckle up.
Take 5.
Hold on to your dicks.
Your car, 10-minute oil change.
We about to go full speed ahead. Let's go.
The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This
Greatest game in all of radio, just moments away, and you can play along with us. So let's see how it all goes down. We got a clean scoreboard, so, I mean, who knows? You might get into first place here. It's very easy to do. If you miss anything today, as always, get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, do we have Fritz on board? Is he...
Well, yeah.
And we're getting his screen up here.
Getting a visual on Fritz, getting him up on the monitor system.
He
there
looks
he
good.
is.
He's in my studio, and I can't confirm. Great
Lovely Fritz. Great light on him today. Looking nice, looking good. I think we figured out everything by giving this a shot last week, and I feel like we're ready for prime time. But, I mean, Fritz, are you ready to go?
Hell yeah.
All right, we got everything ready. Let's
we got to do
this.
who we're playing for first, and then Sabrina can play the intro.
There we go.
All right, I'll choose Mystic Ridges over on Twitch. I will be playing for Mystic Ridges over on Twitch. What about you, Sabrina?
I'm going to play for the person that commented right after Mystic Ridges.
That would be Sean Patrick Stay on YouTube.
Sean Patrick Stay it is.
Patrick Stay on YouTube. And what about you, C?
I'm playing for Cleaford on the texting service. He spelled it specifically with 2 E's, Cleaford.
Cleaford texting service. That gets us all in line and ready to go. And Fritz, you ready here? 2 thumbs up?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's do Fritz on the streets.
Now it's time for Fritz on the street.
Hello, C-Lane. Hello, Sean. Hello, Sabrina.
Hi, Fritz.
Hey, Fritz.
Good to
Hello.
see you.
Fritz on the street is where I go out to the bars. I go out to Cavo's Bar and Kitchen on Tuesday nights where I do trivia. Thank you for asking, C-Lane.
Yeah.
And I get some answers. 8 trivia questions, 4 current event, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know it, you chime in for that bonus point, and then you guess how many people got it right out of 8.
How was the crowd at Cavo's a Tuesday night?
It was great. We had 10 teams, so that's 2 weeks in a row. And then I had a buddy make a phoner. So there's 11 participants, of course. Each answer each question only has 8 answers, though.
Okay.
All right.
And in last place, we have Sean with 0 points.
Wow. All right. Okay.
In last place, Sabrina Ambro with 0 points.
Damn it.
And in last place, Christopher Lane with 0 points.
But I was triumphant last week.
However, Alejandro still keeps his 9. So Alejandro is in first place.
Arriba.
Without further ado, if you think you're ready, we can jump into question number 1.
Oh, man. Here we go.
It goes like this. Over the weekend, more than 30 were killed when a high-speed train derailed. Sabrina.
In Spain.
Spain is correct. España. Full question. Over the weekend, more than 30 were killed when a high-speed train derailed in which European country? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Spain?
I forgot to ask. Pretty drunk? Buzzed.
Buzzed.
6.
Wait, me or the participants?
Right now.
6.
6 for Sabrina.
Oh, man. There was another accident, too, with a train.
I'm going to go
that.
5.
5 for C-Lane.
I was adding a little color, C-Lane. Well, you had to jump right over me. I had not made my
I like
guess.
it monochromatic here.
I was saying that there was yet another accident with a train in Spain, and I just realized it's very rhymey. I'm going to pick 5.
And 5 for Sean. Question number 1 with answers of 5 and 6. Let's see if you start off solid.
Ding, 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 ding.
You do. Someone is picking up those 2 points. Who is Over the weekend, more than 30 were killed when a high-speed train derailed in which European country?
Spain? España.
Spain.
In the Netherlands? I don't know.
Norway? I don't know. No, I have no idea, actually.
Spain.
Spain. That would be 5. So Sean and C-Lane each picking up 2 points. Sabrina with a guess of 6, picking up 1 point.
Oops.
We now have a tied game. Question number 2. Now on the agenda. What 2 pieces are moved in chess to execute? Sabrina.
Execute. Great question. He's back, baby. 2 pieces. Execute something. And that is the knight.
That is incorrect.
Can I hear the rest of the question?
You know you can. What 2 pieces are moved in chess to execute a castling maneuver? Sean.
The castle and the bishop.
That is incorrect.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
The castle and the knight.
That is incorrect. That would be the castle or rook and king. Because you got to put the king in the castle.
I almost said the castle and the rook, and then I just remembered the same thing.
Sabrina, you got question 1 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said the rook or castle and the king?
2.
1.
1 for C-Lane.
3.
And 3 for Sean. Question 2 with answers of 1, 2, and 3. Let's see who knows their chess. What two pieces are moved in chess to execute a castling maneuver?
I don't play chess or watch sports, man. I'm sorry.
Castle and the queen.
King and a rook.
I believe the king and the rook change places. No idea. I'm not a chess player.
That would be the castle and the king.
Rook and a knight.
The rook and the king.
That's 4. So Sean with a guess of 3, picking up 1 point.
All right.
Yeah.
Stupid chess.
After question 2, of course, question 3. Recently, President Trump wrote a letter to Norway alleging which slight... Sean?
Alleging which... Damn. Wrote a letter to Norway.
Dear Norway.
Greenland?
That is incorrect. Sabrina.
Nobel Peace Prize.
That is correct. Sabrina is picking up that bonus point. Full question. Recently, President Trump wrote a letter to Norway alleging which slight is fueling his efforts to take Greenland. Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said the Nobel Peace Prize snub?
Ooh, Barracuda. 7.
7.
6.
6 for C-Lane.
7.
And 7 for Sean. Question 3 with answers of 6 and 7. Let's see. Recently, President Trump wrote a letter to Norway alleging which slight is fueling his efforts to take Greenland.
Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, the Nobel Peace Prize.
I'm not getting the Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, the Nobel Peace Prize.
Earning a Nobel Peace Prize he didn't earn.
They snubbed him of his Nobel Peace Prize.
Him not receiving a Nobel Prize, which they don't have any say in.
Nobel Peace Prize.
That would be 8. 8 out of 8. So Sean and Sabrina with your guesses of 7, picking up 1 point each. Question 4 is halfway here on Chris on the
Christmas
street.
Eve.
Fritz on the street. After question 4, I will tell you who is leading so far on the day. And question 4 is worded like this: what was Wayne Gretzky's jersey number? C-Lane.
No way he knows.
10 is incorrect.
Sabrina.
Wayne
Gretzky, hockey. That would be number 1.
That's incorrect.
Sean.
Oh,
okay, it has to be between 0 and 100, right?
All right, good.
99.
Good start.
All right.
69.
25.
It was 99.
Oh, man!
What was Wayne Gretzky's jersey number during his professional hockey career? Sabrina, you got question 3, right? We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said 99?
I'm going to be honest and transparent. That one guy said he didn't know sports.
But there were 11 participants.
Thank you for that. I'm going to go 6.
6?
3.
3 for C-Lane and 3 for Sean.
Wow.
Question 4 with answers of 3 and 6. Who knows the great one? What was Wayne Gretzky's jersey number during his professional hockey career?
I have no idea. 9.
9.
0.
5?
99.
27.
Is it 13?
Great one, 99.
That would be 2. So, Sean and C-Lane with your guesses of 3, each picking up 1 point.
Yeah.
That means 4 questions down, 4 questions remaining. In first place with 5 points, Sean / Mystic Ridges. In second place with 4 points, Sabrina / Sean Patrick's Day. And in third place with 3 points, C-Lane / Cleaford.
Where's your high five?
It's okay
Oh,
because
boy.
we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sorry, Charlie. Only 4.
Question 5 now with 4 questions remaining. On Monday night, which college won the national... Sabrina.
Be Indiana State.
C-Lane.
That is correct. Indiana State is correct. Which college won the National Football Championship? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Indiana?
I will go with 7.
7?
8.
8 for C-Lane.
The one guy didn't know sports, though.
11
So, 6.
6 for Sean. Question 5 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows their football. On Monday night, which college won the National Football Championship?
Indiana.
We'll say Indiana.
Indiana University. Go Hoosiers.
The Indiana Hoosiers won that bad boy.
Indiana.
Indiana. Hoosiers.
Indiana?
That would be 8, just like their perfect season, am I right? 8 out of 8 got that one right. That means Sealand is picking up 2 points for getting it right on the money, and Sabrina with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point. Question 6 now. What term describes siblings who were born within 12 months apart? Sealand.
Oh, that's not the one. Son of a bitch.
That's
Spring
not-
babies.
That is incorrect.
Sean.
Sean?
How many months?
12.
Year-ternal.
That is incorrect.
Year-ternal.
Paternal, fraternal, and year-ternal. I don't know. Is this the thing or not?
And
Your guess was not any good. What the hell are you talking about?
I would love the full question.
You got it. What term describes siblings who were born within 12 months apart?
12 months apart. That means they are, they're not what I'm thinking. Because that's, they are son babies.
That would be Irish twins.
Irish twins.
I texted Jack. I'm like, is this derogatory? No response. So
I almost said rainbow
I'm going
babies.
with it. Sabrina,
Definitely
you
not
got
it.
question 5 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Irish baby?
Somebody said
Irish
sloppy
twins?
seconds.
What?
I will go with 5.
5.
5. I don't know.
God, I forgot the stress of this.
Sean Patrick's Day says Sabby has twins
6
in her
for
family.
Sealand.
She should know this. I've never heard this in my life.
I have.
I've
They're
never heard that
actual
before, ever.
twins. They're not
Yeah.
12 months apart.
I know paternal and fraternal, but
Not even
I've
12
never
minutes
heard of
apart.
them. All right, I'm sorry. 4.
For Sean.
6.
Question and 6 for Sealand. Question 6 with answers of 4, 5, and 6. Let's see.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their maybe slightly derogatory term? Let's see. What term describes siblings who were born within 12 months apart?
Isn't this kind of derogatory?
Oh.
Irish twins.
Because I am one, an Irish twin.
Irish twins.
Weirdos.
Irish twins.
I don't know. That one I don't know.
Irish twins. God, another one I know, but not the day for the brain. Pass.
That would be 5. Sabrina's picking up 2 points, and Sean and Sealand with the guesses of 4 and 6, picking up 1 point each. 2 questions remaining now, and we move on to question 7. More than 30 are dead after 2 separate crane crashes have stopped all new construction in which Southeast Asian country? Sabrina.
Taiwan.
That is incorrect.
Sealand. Vietnam.
Vietnam is incorrect.
Sean.
Sean?
Show me.
Is that a queef?
Yes. Felt good though. Show me. It's not.
Waiting for the chat.
Cambodia.
That would be Thailand.
Damn it.
Sabrina, you got question 5 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Thailand?
So much projection from you, by the way. I don't
2.
wait for chat to show me the answer.
2 for Sabrina.
I don't have the chat.
No, 0.
Goose egg for Sean.
2.
And 2 for Sealand. Question 7 with answers of 0 and 2. Very terrifying, by the way. More than 30 are
Damn
dead
it.
after 2 separate crane crashes have stopped all new construction in which Southeast Asian country?
Thailand?
Singapore. I have no idea.
South Korea.
Myanmar.
Indonesia?
Taiwan?
Vietnam.
Was it Cambodia?
That would be 1. So, Sean with a guess of 0, and Sealand and Sabrina with the guesses of 2, each picking up 1 point. We move on now to question 8. That's the very last question on Fritz on the Street. But before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place with 14 points, that would be Sabrina / Sean Patrick's Day.
14?
Sorry, 9.
Yeah, baby.
9.
14 sounds great.
Then we have a tie for second and third place, 7 points each. Sean / Mystic Ridges and Sealane / Cleaford. So it's 9-7-7. Question 8. Rabat, R-A-B-A-T, is the capital of which North African country? Sabrina.
Rabat, beautiful this time of year. Rabat would be Ethiopia.
Incorrect.
All right.
Sealane.
Niger.
That is incorrect.
Sean. Democratic Republic of Congo.
That would be Morocco.
Morocco.
Sabrina, you got question 5 right still, so we will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Morocco?
3.
3.
2.
2 for C-Lane.
1.
And 1 for Sean. Question 8 with answers of 1, 2, and 3.
Ding, 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 ding.
We end the first game of the year with
Rabat,
2
the
points.
capital of which North African country?
Morocco. Chad?
I'll pass.
Algeria.
Come on.
I said Morocco.
Yes?
Is it Morocco?
Yeah, man. Tunisia?
Come on.
Libya.
Cameroon.
Damn it.
That would be 2. So C-Lane is picking up 2 points on that one. And Sean and Sabrina with the guesses of 1 and 3, picking up 1 point each. That means in first place and winning on the day with 10 points, Sabrina/Sean. Patrick's Day. Congratulations.
She got lucky.
In second place with 9 points, just 1 point removed.
Losers!
C-Lane/Cleaver.
Oh, really? Tell me what the Indiana State University mascot is.
And in third place with 8 points, Sean/Mystic Ridges. That means so far, year to date, in first place with 10 points, Sabrina. In second place with 9 points, C-Lane. And in third place with 8 points, Sean Watson. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz!
There he is. Fritz on the Street is always a blast. We love playing. You love playing along with us. And we appreciate you hanging out with us on this one. Fritz, you can follow him on social media. Instagram, he's no_regrets_coyote. I think he's also up at thenewsjunkie.com/share. You'll see like all of his social media profiles that you can follow him on. And we love having you around and hanging out with you, Fritz. And we'll see you next time, buddy.
Hell yeah, thank you.
There he goes. The lovely Fritz, everybody. Look at him. Everybody applaud him off the stage.
Woo!
There he goes. There he goes. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we've got some emails flooding in. I want to talk about something that Courtney and I watched last night that I think needs to be on everybody's radar, and a whole lot more. It's still a lot to get to, including this video that a parent filmed. We'll get that worked in, too. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I mean, Ferrari was always my first love because of Tom Selleck. My next door neighbor in Green Bay had that Ferrari.
That
and let me lay on it and take a photo.
Really?
Oh, boy.
Where's that?
How old were you?
I was like 14.
Okay, then.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
There's some scheduled construction blocking all lanes on Orange Blossom Trail due to an accident. It's going to be open in the next 30 or 45 minutes. Just keep an eye out for that. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line.
Major flags on the field.
676-8477 from the
People saying Indiana State. Hey, hello? Hello? Hello?
I'm Kyle from Blindster.
Yeah, okay, fine. People saying Indiana was the correct answer, and Sabrina said Indiana State. There were a lot of flags thrown on the field on the texting service. I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know, but I guess technically that was incorrect. Big shocker. Another year, another complete butchery of my score on Fritz on the Street. Excuse me. Mystic Rivers, I did the best I could. And honestly, halfway through we were looking pretty good. And I appreciate you, even though a lot of you people on chat seem to root against me for some reason. Hello? How are you? How's it going? What'd you get? You got everything? Oh. What'd you get? Everything. Did you get anything cool? Okay, I'll take that. Thank you, Espalon, for Secret Show. Hey everybody, jump on in. When we are coming back in a second, I want to play a clip for you that a parent filmed, which disturbs me. It disturbs me, and I think it'll disturb you too. But we'll see. Also, Miss Rachel, to be correct, Miss Rachel, she liked something on social media that was pretty radical. And she's trying to put the pieces back together right now on a mistake on her end. She's not a big fan of the Jews, it would appear. We'll get into that. And I got to talk about what Courtney and I watched last night, because if you guys haven't watched this, you're missing out. I think it's an important story for absolutely everybody. And it's an important story for people who like watching news stories, people who like to try to solve things in real time. Very, very important for them. So I want you to hear about this.
Red Mountain Weight Loss and get on testosterone therapy. They're going to give you 1 month of a GLP-1 weight loss medication.
3 minutes.
That's a $299.
3 minutes and we're back live.
It's worth it. If you're getting older, doesn't mean that you got to, feel old. Prescription testosterone restores your get up.
It's not rooting against you, Sean. It's just that your past record does not inspire hope. You rarely ever win Fritz on the street. Well, I don't want to trot out all the excuses. I don't like that. I'm not an excuse guy. There are plenty of excuses. But sometimes it just doesn't go my way. You know what I mean? I watched Beauty last night. It was fun. What's Beauty? I'm not on board with this. I haven't heard this before. Her account was probably hacked? I don't know. Miss Rachel is like, she's fired up for the Palestine issue. I don't think I've heard that woman talk about any other political issue ever. Like, Miss Rachel, shouldn't your biggest issue be the fact that little kids in the United States of America can't read or write? Shouldn't that be Miss Rachel's number one thing, and not like whether Abdul, the little Palestinian kid's doing okay? Shouldn't Miss Rachel be like, damn, this is a big-ass problem. Kids can't read. How are they going to survive on their own? How are they ever going to eke out of their parents' basements? Where you at on that, Miss Rachel? Mike, I got something for you in just a second. Sabby's win is tainted and unclean. There's been a lot of people suggesting that. Also, I will reiterate, and you guys know this. You know this. You know this is true. When she says, oh, Sean's got to wait until chat gives him the answer, that is ultimate projection. She has been caught doing that so many times, it's outrageous. So many times. And I'd never do it. Beauty is a new FX show, and the opening was insanely awesome. It's about a product that allows you to stay young and pretty. Okay. I finished The Beast and Me. All right, the thing that we watched last night, it is available. I think it's on Netflix, and it's something that everybody should watch. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Okay, we're coming back right now. Back live on the show right now. Here we go.
Changing, everyone's a rookie. That's how fast the industry is changing. So what I'm really excited about is to be part of that change.
Listen to Mind the Business, Small Business Success Stories on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Mind the Business and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1. Home of the world famous Game of Magnets. This is the new.
You can hang out with the three best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day right here each and every day. And if you miss anything, get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. Last night, we watched a show that I think everybody should watch, that I think is important, especially for people who like this show. Because if you like this show, you should, you probably like following stories and trying to, predict what's going to happen next and all of those things. And it's important to keep your brain sharp. There's not a lot of people who don't get that. A lot of people don't understand how to filter through things and see what you should focus on at any point in time. And beyond just being one of the more inspiring documentaries that I've seen in a while, I guess you could call it a documentary, it was really good and illuminating. We watched Kidnapped Elizabeth Smart last night. Courtney and I did. And it'd been a while since I watched anything on the Elizabeth Smart story. For those of you who haven't heard, my God, Elizabeth Smart was this young woman, 14 years old, I believe, in Utah. She lived in this beautiful, idyllic community in Utah in a very nice house. And in the middle of the night, someone busts into her house with a knife and grabs her. And they tell her, and Courtney and I talked a lot about this. The person with the knife says to her, "I won't kill you if you don't scream. You just have to come with me." And Courtney said, should she have screamed in that situation? And I said, that's such a tough thing. That's such a tough thing for a 14-year-old, because a lot of times you might think, well, this is bad, but they'll get caught in a couple hours and I'll be back at home and they're not going to take me away from my family too long. Of course, that was not the case here. But, the person said, if you don't scream, I'm not going to kill you. And he took Elizabeth Smart right out of her house and abducted her. And there was only one witness to all of this. And it was Elizabeth Smart's sister, who I think was like 10 years old at the time. God. So imagine the pressure of being this child who saw your teenage sister get abducted. And then they're like, you're the only person. Do you know this person? Have you seen them before? Have you heard their voice before?
You have like 7 giant adults you don't know.
Yeah.
Just asking every question.
And they're telling you can't talk to other people. I don't want you watching the news. I don't want you watching anything because it will taint your memory of what happened. And you're the only key that can solve this puzzle. Who was it that took your sister? And she said, I don't know. And they said, was it somebody's voice you recognized from being in the house? And she said, yes. Oh. And they said, okay. All right. So it was somebody who's been in this house before. And they started to investigate. And where is Miss Elizabeth Smart became a question on everybody's lips as the whole country was watching this.
Now, considering how many documentaries have been put out about Elizabeth Smart, you still found this one compelling.
There haven't been that many, and I don't know that any of them have, if they have been out, have featured her and her side of the story, which was the most compelling thing about this. And so the family is questioned first by police. They're heavy up on, like, was it a member of the family? And that's fair because a lot of times it is. A lot of times it is a member of the family. But they saw that there was a chair pushed up against the wall outside the house, and the screen was cut, and somebody broke into their big-ass house, and they abducted Elizabeth Smart in the middle of the night. And for weeks, they had no idea who the hell was behind this. They had no clue who did this. And the entire time, this religious fanatic nut job and his crazy, deluded, insane wife, they held her in a tent up on this mountain up on top of where all the houses were. And this guy raped her many times and abused her in ways that many of us could never even think of in our worst nightmares. And there are all these incidents where they would bring her back down into the city, and he dressed her up basically like she was like some little kid from Afghanistan in like a burqa where nobody could see her face. And then they hid behind this kind of religious stuff, like where even the cops went in and questioned one time. And they said, we need to make sure this isn't the missing girl. We need to make sure it's not Elizabeth Smart. And they said, no, I'm not showing you her face. This is our religion. And they said, oh, damn it. You got us. And I say in those circumstances, your religion can kiss my ass. We're looking for a young missing girl who's been abducted and maybe in grave danger, if not, having horrific things happen to her right now, which was indeed the case. But they even when they found her and the wife and the guy, and they were dressed up in these like burqa things, they didn't do anything about it. But the craziest thing of all was eventually 4 months into her disappearance, her sister goes, oh, I just remembered who it was.
What?
And she said all these months, her sister Elizabeth Smart had been missing. And she said, I just remembered. I remembered who it was. And she said it was Emmanuel. And the police didn't take her seriously. They said, no. We've got another guy in custody. We think it's him. You're a kid. You don't know what you're talking about. And the sister's like, no. I just remembered. It's Emmanuel. It's this guy named Emmanuel. And the police are like, okay, whatever. And the sister goes, no, I remember him. He was like a crazy homeless guy. He was religious. And here's where we met him. And here's what happened.
And they didn't believe her?
And they said, well, have somebody come in and you can talk to them. And so the sister sits down and they do the police sketch. So they give her all the details. They draw up this police sketch. And then the police look at it and they go, this is just going to confuse things more and it's going to make things more difficult. So let's ignore this and let's not release the sketch right now. And they didn't. And she stayed with these people and stayed in this terrible situation. And then finally the cops go, all right, fine. The sister says it's somebody named Emmanuel. Here's a police sketch. And the phone started ringing. And like, that guy, Emmanuel? Yeah, I've seen him. I know who you're talking about. This guy's crazy. And his brother, I think, chimed in and said, oh, yeah, I think Emmanuel, I think it's probably my brother. And they had all this information that was flooding in because they didn't listen to her young sister, the only person who witnessed what was going on. And they dismissed her claims like she was some dumb kid who didn't know what she was talking about. But she was dead ass right about this. And finally, Celine, look up Elizabeth Smart. How long was she abducted for?
Let's see. The actual kidnapping, June 5th, 2002 to March 12th, 2003.
All right. What's the total time on that? Does it say like how many days, how many months, whatever?
No.
Run the numbers on that.
Yeah.
Roughly 9 months.
9 months. 9 months. So even 5 more months after the sister's like, I figured it out. I remember who it was. Even 5 more months afterwards, the police weren't listening to her and they did nothing about it until they finally realized who did this and that she very well may be alive. Just a stunning story. And she is such a strong and an amazing human being considering what happened to her. And she is maybe one of the best victims advocates I've ever seen in my life. Not somebody who cries, woe is me all the time. Not somebody, I was comparing it to this teenager who said they can't work for the rest of their life. They have PTSD because their friend showed them a shocking video in class when they were 8 or whatever. And I go, this woman went through actual trauma that many people, thank God, will never see in their entire life. And she is one of the strongest people you could ever imagine. And it's a really, 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 I mean, it's tough because some of the details are tough, but it's an amazing story of survival, police mistakes, and how to live on after tragedy. So if you get the chance on Netflix, look at that. Kidnapped Elizabeth Smart. Certainly worth your time. And it just goes to show you sometimes like the information is right there. The sister must have been so irritated because I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever had that thing where something's like right on the tip of your tongue and you're like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden it hits you.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 days later. Makes no sense out of context.
Yeah. And it just hit her and she said, I know who it was. I recognize who it was. It finally hit me and they just dismissed her, which I can't even imagine how frustrating that must have been.
I hope that was an example, like moving forward.
Yeah. I mean, just because she's a kid doesn't mean she doesn't actually know what she's talking about. She was dead on it. And then they went into all the stories about like how it was for her sister to come back into the family and stuff. And just an incredible story of survival and people who don't need to make themselves into like the whiny victims that didn't ever really go through true tragedy that want to be something that they're not. She triumphs despite all of that. So check it out. If you saw it, let me know what you think. Send a dispatch or an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see what you got for us. In fact, speaking of dispatches, we haven't done a single dispatch at all. All right, let's see. Here is a snafu is talking about. It says I'm a parent of an autistic child. Okay, let's see what we got. Hang on. Why this is not wanting to play? Let me refresh this just in case. There it is.
News Junkies.
Hey.
Snafu, podcaster out of Georgia.
Video dispatch.
Love the show. You guys are great. I appreciate everything you do. Keeps me entertained on my rides back and forth from work, when I'm working in the garage or whatever.
My water heater blew, so I am replacing it right now.
I see.
But on autistic people, my daughter is diagnosed. We went through the hard work of getting her diagnosed. And when people say self-diagnosed, it really pisses you off because it takes wherewithal to get through it and to get to the end and to actually get the diagnosis if that's what they need.
Yeah.
And you need all that in order to help them get a shot at a good education. And even then, very difficult. But on speaking their mind, it's crazy because they do just say whatever on their mind. She will come out of the dojang some days and say, that girl in there is a real... And
bitch.
Wow, what comes out next can be off-putting at best, but still funny. So we love her. She's the best.
Funny and true, my friend. A lot of times it's just true. It's like,
saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah, it's the thing that socially you're not supposed to say, but sometimes the autistic kids will just put it right out there.
Also, good luck with that water heater. You've got, just hours to fix that, right? He said Georgia.
Yeah. He's all bundled up. He's like in the attic.
Very cold.
As he was filming this. But yeah, this is why self-diagnosis and all this stuff is kind of irritating. And the people who want to carry the banner for some of these syndromes, diseases, whatever you want to call them, issues like even autism, that oftentimes it's very, very, very stolen valor and cringe. And those people should be dismissed. But thank you for the video dispatch, Nafu. I appreciate that very much. All right, we're going to hear from you, too. Join us on the show today with your thoughts on whatever's happening in your world. How do you send those? Record it. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and click video, audio dispatch, whichever one you want. And presto bango, you are on the show just like that. When we return, jury duty is on the way. Believe it or not, Miss Rachel will eke her way into the show at some point in time here. And jury duty, I cannot believe they had a verdict come in on that Uvalde trial, which is a really interesting one to talk about. I still got the video of the parent who filmed their child in a really embarrassing way, I think, and a whole lot more. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Sure, AI can mimic emotions, but it'll never understand the primal rage of spilling hot coffee on yourself while on air. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
The Magic are back home tonight as they take on Charlotte. The Hornets played and lost last night to Cleveland. College hoops, UCF, after Tuesday's blowout loss at Iowa State, hope to bounce back Saturday. They'll be at Colorado. Other Saturday action will include number 16 Florida hosting Auburn. And NFL news, the Bills, looking for a new coach, have requested an interview with Jags offense coordinator Grant Udinski. I'm Matt McCoy.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
We're hiring at A1 Garage Doors. No experience? No problem. We provide full training, a brand new van, top-of-the-line tools, a gas card, and steady jobs with weekly pay. This isn't just a job. It's a career with real growth, great pay, and job security. Our team members go from
Skull mic activated.
Historic utility rate hikes are coming. The biggest
Regular
increases
lights turned off.
You can fight back with CERN. Whole home solar from just $89 a month. No money down, guaranteed performance and maintenance included. Save up to 40% on your power bill immediately. Solar Source is trusted by NASA.
It was the guy, the politician that reposted that thing that said he was hacked.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Or call now and lock in your rate before energy prices soar.
Eligibility and results may vary. If you're an Orlando area resident looking for a great dentist, complete dental care is waiting at Sage Dental. At Sage Dental, our caring team
One second.
Specialists and oral surgeons use the latest innovation and minimally invasive techniques for less discomfort and faster healing. From routine cleanings to advanced procedures like implants, oral surgery, restorations, or custom dentures, Sage Dental is your all-in-one dental home. No more running around town. We do it all right in our offices.
want that.
We even create beautiful, long-lasting crowns the very same day. And for those on Medicare, Sage Dental can help you understand your benefits and make your care as simple as possible. Medicare and most insurance plans accepted. No insurance? Our Sage
Folks,
Dental Plus plan can save you
this
up to
winter
60%
storm
on general or specialty dental care. Sage
that is headed for the East Coast
centered on your
is set to target 180 million people. 180 million people.
Sell your home in as little as 14 days with a guaranteed cash offer program from the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Google the Nickley Group or go to thenickley.com.
The guy who was in the church in Minnesota who was screaming at the folks who were just sitting there trying to enjoy their church sermon, William Kelly is his name. He has been daring and begging the Trump administration to arrest him for the last 48 hours online. William Kelly is being charged with conspiracy to deprive rights, a federal crime, and violating the FACE Act, 18 U.S.C. 248, for his involvement in the incident at that St. Paul church. Challenge accepted.
Get Leaf Home Water Solutions today. We can't live without water, but we can.
3 minutes and we're back live on the show. Jury duty's coming up next. We'll work the ICE stories in there, including the actual details on that 5-year-old that's in all the stories today where they're like, they detained a 5-year-old. But what's really going on? We'll see.
And expertly install it in as little as 1 day. With Leaf Home Water Solutions, you can.
I moved out of Knoxville in East Tennessee to avoid this type of storm. I mean, I think this is like one of those rare ones where all that Arctic air gets pulled down and then blasted over to the east, and it's gonna be pretty frigid.
Leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. Leafhome.com/free.
Thanks again to the gentleman who sent in the video dispatch. Love those. Video dispatches are preferred as much as possible over audio dispatches. Daniel, we'll get into this ICE story in a bit. Also, another issue with ICE that's in jury duty. Those all make sense in there. The hell's going on? 2 minutes and we're back live. My daughter will be driving to Nashville and from Nashville to Austin on Monday. Oh boy, that's a long one. Nashville to Austin. That's a long drive. Anything across Texas is just so long. Florida and Texas and California. Oh, the states that just take forever. The damn Waffle House? Well, Waffle House is on the other side of this wall. I don't know what's over there, but it sounded like some sort of monster. Check on Courtney? Why? She's fine, right? I mean, she's still sick a little bit. Again, avoid anybody who is sick right now, because trust me, when you get it, I don't care how good you think your immune system is, this is one of those stupid things that drags out for like, I'm at 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. It's annoying. It might be a ghost. All right, let's crucify Miss Rachel. What'd she do wrong? Let's look.
VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Welcome to the most wonderful time of the year, when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, scream in terror, and start looking for new ways to save money. If that's you, why not cut your wireless bill in half with a saver plan from Pure Talk? You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super fast 5G network for just $20 a month. Ho, ho, ho. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will help you switch in minutes. Again, talk, text, and data for just $20 a month.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
forever at the crossroads between viral news and total.
Excuse me. A couple emails I had to get to. A few other things we got to try to work in, and not a lot of time to do it here, honestly. So let's just see what we can do. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com, and Jimmy emails. He's talking about our discussion yesterday where I said, if you were somewhere in a boat or wherever and you saw a bale of drugs wash up, would you have somebody that you could call that you think could help you get rid of it? Like, do you know that one person who could help you get rid of it? This person says, other than getting arrested, there's another pretty big problem with the found coke issue. I used to have a home in Belize. Drug planes would regularly stop in the rural areas for refueling. The locals would help with the jerry cans, and the pilot throws some cash around, and everybody's happy. But one plane crashed a few miles off the coast. Word immediately went out. Many locals took off in their boats, and let's say they harvested a bit of cargo, he says. Within the next 6 weeks, 4 locals were either dead or disappeared. Got to send a message, right?
That's scary.
Including one of our really good friends. This particular cartel was not happy with people trying to sell what they considered their property. If it's a bale of cash I find floating on the beach, then my honesty probably goes in my back pocket, and I try to get it in my trunk. If it's a bale of white powder or green buds, I'm not touching it. I didn't see a thing, says Jay. Thank you for the email. That'll have to do for the emails for now.
A lot of people commented on that story saying, like, there might be trackers in the bales. And I go, well, what, like, if you put some air tags around it or something?
I saw people saying the same thing where they're like, they could be watching it. But if they were tracking it and watching it, it probably wouldn't be just sitting around in the ocean for somebody to come upon and grab.
It depends on the tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they share a link?
I feel like they would be aware of where it was and probably try to take a look at it and get it themselves. But I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works. Right now, here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go. Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com, JustCallMo.com. After an accident that you're in, maybe your friend's in an accident, maybe your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or your cousin is in an accident, and you're talking with them and you say, geez, are you hurt? And they say, well, I'm trying to do my best here. Say, stop what you're doing. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to JustCallMo.com. We have a verdict. A verdict is in, and this is in the Uvalde trial. For those of you who don't remember, kind of crazy, actually. The Uvalde story was this school shooting where the police didn't go in. Remember, for like the longest time, like the cops, they were outside and they were hiding and they didn't do anything about this.
Was it like a parent got in before they actually did anything?
Parents were begging. Okay. I mean, parents were in the parking lot begging to be let in because they knew what was going on. And they had one of the officers who was facing 29 charges, Adrian Gonzalez, who was on trial, and the jury found him not guilty on all counts. And what it comes down to is it's not very different from the Stoneman Douglas case that we all remember. Remember when the school resource officer had a gun, he heard the shots firing off, but he was too much of a coward. He hid behind a pole. He didn't do anything to intervene when he could have gone in there and done the brave thing. And the fact is, you are not legally required to intervene in those deadly situations like that. So
even as a law enforcement officer.
Even as a law enforcement officer, they ended up losing the case against him. A jury has acquitted former Uvalde, Texas school police officer Adrian Gonzalez for his response to the shooting in 2022. After 7 hours of deliberations, they returned a not guilty verdict on all 29 counts of child endangerment. He bowed his head as he heard the not guilty verdict. He was tearing up at the time. He was one of the first officers to respond to the shooting, which 19 students and 2 teachers were killed. And it took 77 minutes before law enforcement mounted a counter assault to end the rampage. He did not follow his training and endangered 19 students, according to the prosecutors, but they could not get him. They could not get him on those charges.
Do you think he's going to get himself another law enforcement job?
I don't know. I mean, like,
give him like
possible.
a meter reader job.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think the people who take on the responsibility to respond to something like a school shooting, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about this. This is 10 toes down firmly. Those people need to be the ones willing to encounter some danger, willing to risk their life when they are the only person with a gun that can help the kids with a bad guy trying to kill them with a gun. Then if we have to change the laws so that if you want to take the paycheck every week, if you want to put the badge on, you also are required to step in when kids' lives are involved, then I would be fine with that myself. I wouldn't take issue with it, but it's just not the way it is right now, apparently. Also, in one of the controversial stories out there floating around, ICE. This is one of the ICE stories I see being shared everywhere now. And it's one of those ones you got to read a little bit beyond the headlines. But ICE detained a 5-year-old in Minnesota, which led to a lot of headlines like this one. ICE detains 5-year-old Minnesota boy arriving home, says school officials. And they got the little photo of this little tyke, this little dude. And, they got the officers around him and stuff. And the stories, most of them read like this, and then I'll tell you more of the full picture.
Is that him in the school picture?
This, I don't know, the school picture.
Scroll down a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. They got a Columbia Heights Public School photograph, like his little school picture. He's a little guy, 5 years old.
Hair out.
ICE detained a 5-year-old Minnesota boy on Tuesday of this week as he returned home from school and transported him and his father to a Texas detention center, according to school officials. Leon Ramos, a preschooler, and his father were taken into custody while in their driveway, according to the superintendent of the school.
Liam,
what I said?
Leon.
Liam Ramos was the young boy at the center of all of this. What really happened here, according to a couple of the different sources and local news outlets and ICE commenting on all of this, seems to be that this dude's father had a removal on him, and he was supposed to be deported from the United States of America. He had a notice of final removal. And when the father got home with the little kid, the 5-year-old Liam, he hauled ass and left the 5-year-old in the car and ran inside the house, because a lot of these people who are getting, ejected out of the country, a lot of these people who are getting deported know that they have to have all of the paperwork in order to get them out of their house because of your Fourth Amendment rights. So he left his kid behind. He left the 5-year-old behind and ran inside the house. And then the police grabbed the 5-year-old and eventually detained this father. And once they detained the father with an order to deport the father, well, this is really the most ultimate damned if you do, damned if you don't movement. If you separate the child and the father, that was a whole big kerfuffle a couple of years back. They're separating children from their families. There's all this stuff. They're separating the kids. So that's not the policy anymore. So when the dad was going to be deported, they take the 5-year-old with the father because he's the one who's the custodial parent of this child. Hence why the 5-year-old was detained by ICE, because they were removing his father from the country. Now, to give you the whole picture of this, I didn't see any stories, and I looked at quite a few on this, that suggested the father had committed any additional crimes beyond illegally being in this country. So it wasn't one of these people where they're like, he's a drug dealer or a pedo or this or that. It looks like it was simply a deportation order in this case, which is something that happens out there quite a bit. But that's what happened with the 5-year-old being detained in the story that you're going to see all over social media. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I got some juicy drama to get into. I want to play this clip that a parent recorded. And parents, I want you to tell me whether you think this was right or wrong of them to do. We'll play that for you. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The overturned truck's on the wrecker now on the ramp from I-4 westbound to Florida's Turnpike. It's still closed because we got crews clearing up some debris on the roadways still. All lanes are blocked on Orange Blossom Trail northbound at Tap Vineland Road. There's some planned construction affecting all lanes there. Use John Young Parkway as an alternate route. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Imagine kicking off the new year with $1,000 in your pocket. What would you do first? Splurge on a cozy winter getaway? Buy that gift you didn't get for Christmas? Start a postseason detox weekend? Whatever your plan is, we're not here to judge. We're here to give you a chance to win. $1,000 in your hand 13 times every weekday. It's simple. Hear the keyword and...
Hey, folks. How are we? How we doing? We're entering the power hour of the show, and I've saved the juiciest stuff for last. We're going to get juicy when we come back, which is 3 minutes from right now. Are you ready to get juicy?
Want a big green egg? For the lowest price anywhere, go to Wassie's Meat Market. They'll deliver it.
It's the juiciest and the creamiest, yuckers. I mean, it is the juiciest, creamiest, just absolutely dripping wet content.
Joe Rossi here for Greenland Kia. The new year just got a lot more affordable. With recent Federal Reserve rate cuts, interest rates are coming down as low as 0%.
I believe cyberbullying is necessary. Look at Sean for an example. What the hell does that mean? 2 minutes and we're back, folks. Remember the good old days when all we had to worry about was Elian Gonzalez? It was a simpler time. I mean, that story was crazy because people were like, oh my God, they took Elian. And it's like, bro, they should have taken Elian Gonzalez. Elian Gonzalez's father was the custodial parent, and the mother took the kid away from him. The right person for the child legally would have been the parent that was still in Cuba. And as far as I know, Elian Gonzalez is like sort of living the high life in Cuba as much as that's possible these days. But it was right to send him back. Least of the terrible shit Janet Reno did? True. True. Reno was a wild one. Don't get me started on her. All right, we're coming back. Elian Gonzalez does not live under my stairs, okay? Yeah, wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Give me a little wake up! That is just a little wake up! You wanted to. Coming back.
Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This
on how you feel about this next clip I'm going to play for you. All right? I want everybody's thoughts, but just parents in particular with some young kids that might end up in this situation. I want to hear from you. We'll get to, speaking of hearing from you, we'll get to your feedback here momentarily on the show. Emails and dispatches on the way. But I saw this clip going mega viral online, 8 million views. 8 million views. And the story was like about this little kid who was playing soccer, and his mom, I guess, filmed him and posted what happened after the soccer game on social media. And I thought about my childhood and how like this just never would have happened even if the technology existed back then. It just seems weird. But so mom films her kid after soccer because the kid comes back into the car and says something bad happened when they were playing. I'll give you the audio so you can see what's going on.
Tell me again what the other player told you during games.
So the goalkeeper in futsal, he said some really bad stuff to me, and it just made me get really emotional. In my game, and I barely get emotional in soccer.
So he said the goalkeeper said some stuff to him that made him get really emotional, and he says he rarely gets emotional at soccer. This little Asian kid in the back seat of this car.
And this guy told me I'm an illegal immigrant, even though I was born in America. He said Trump is gonna get me and send me back to where I used to live, and I was born in America. I don't live anywhere else. And then he called me an effing B word.
Ooh.
And I just don't get why kids like to say those stuff. It makes me really sad that how they just control their power like that. They think they have power, and it's just not nice.
All right, there he is. He's in the back seat of the car, and mom films this, and the kid's going through it, right? And all I could think when I watched this is like, why on earth would you film this and post it online?
Yeah, it seems a little.
Like, are you saying in the sense like it didn't happen?
Not at all. Whether it happened or not is of less concern to me than like, why do you see your kid crying after being bullied in the back seat of the car? And your response is,
this would be a good thing to post on TikTok.
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to take out my phone and I'm going to film my kid crying and what happened to them. And I'm going to post it on social media. That's like a full disconnect for me. I don't understand why on earth that would be any actual parent's response to
and
this.
And it's a very different generation, so I would have the same exact response. I have the same response when someone videos themselves crying and posts it, because I just imagine as soon as they stop pressing record and they have to edit and do the captions, that was all for nothing. But on the other side of this, if this mom had just made a post on Facebook, this is what happened to my son, and just the soccer game, and he's very upset. Would anyone, not would anybody, but would people believe it? Or are there going to be some, you're making that up, you're just trying to stir us up,
yeah, see,
et cetera,
that's
et cetera. So
that's how big my disconnect is. I think, why would she post it on social media? Why, even if there wasn't a video? Like if my
awful.
If my
kids
child,
shouldn't be saying that to other kids.
I understand. And this is we're about to get to the fundamental issue here. If my child is in the back seat of my car and he is crying because he was just bullied at a soccer practice, I'm going to say, explain to me what happened. And my kid's going to explain to me what happened. And I'm going to say, next time, don't let kids talk to you like that. If we need to bring you somewhere so you can learn how you can defend yourself if somebody bullies you. If you need to talk to me about, what I've done in the past or what people I know have done in the past and ways we can handle people bullying us. And when somebody acts this way, let's do that.
Oh, and then the next thing you know, he wears his yellow belt to the bus stop.
True. Old story me. But all of these things are like, to me, that's where my brain goes. Talk to your child. Express to your child, first of all, that they're important to you, that you love them more than anything in the world, and that you don't want this kind of thing to happen to them. Talk to them about a plan, how you can protect them from feeling this way in the future. But never, and I mean never, in my brain does it ever go, hey, pull out your phone, videotape your child in this situation.
Crying.
And post it online. Because for what? What is that? That doesn't do anything to solve what may very well be a real problem that is happening in this little dude's life. That may very well be like a real thing that he was facing. This does nothing. It shows people a video of him crying that goes viral and stays on the internet forever.
Yeah.
It puts this story out there for people that will give all the that boys and the he's better than them anyways. And man, isn't this a shame that this is what America's come to? And all of this like weird virtue signal stuff online. None of that is going to help this kid in any way. Talk to the coach of the team. Talk to anybody who's in a position of power in this.
Talk to the
your
parents
kid.
of the other kid.
Talk face to face with the parents of the other kid and explain to them what happened. Have your kid explain to the parents of the other kid what
Where
happened.
do you think that other kid learned it from?
Well, I don't know. We're diagnosing things that we have no idea of.
Oh,
but I would definitely go have that conversation with them. I would not go say it again, because she literally said at the beginning, "Will you say it again for the camera?" I just tell me how this is different than the stupid YouTube moms who are like, okay, now we got to cry for the thumbnail. All right, let's do everybody together. Remember the little kid, the woman didn't edit out the footage where the kid's like, but I am crying, I am sad. And it's like, oh, you look like a monster right now, lady. It makes it look very clearly like you have a motivation. Your motivation is to get like social attaboys. Your motivation is to like showcase what you think is wrong with the country or something like that through your child's emotions. And this goes back to what I said yesterday. I said the biggest division in people right now, specifically in the United States of America, is very emotional people versus people who seem to be more tethered to like rational thought. And to me, this is kind of that on display. This is an incredibly emotional, social-based reaction that, again, the most important thing about it is will do nothing for this kid. Nothing for him to help out with the bullying or the person to say he's going to be deported or whatever. And I believe him. I don't think
I thought his emotion was very real.
I don't have any reason to believe the kid was lying, or why would I ever think that? I don't think that.
Just like take the you're going to get deported, take that stuff out of the equation. One of the things he's crying about is he got called a bitch. Mm-hmm. Guess what's going to happen when a video of him crying makes the rounds around the internet?
It's like the only person that gets anything out of this is the mother, for people saying like attaboy, 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 attaboy to the mom. In a world that doesn't make any difference, it's all like, digital currency and like likes and stuff. It's just, I don't know. It's really weird to me to see that. But let me know what you think. Send it to dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. I think this falls into a larger framed thing of people who, when something is happening, reach for their phones. They want to show you their most emotional moments. Look, I'm totally crying on my TikTok video right now. And they're not engaging with the real world. And when you don't engage with the real world, I think you're doing something that's not great parenting. Get off the phone, get off the video. Don't post this online at all, and help your kid out. It says, the goalkeeper told me I'm an illegal immigrant, even though I was born in America. And he said Trump was going to get me and send me back. It makes me really sad. So give us your thoughts. Emails, all the rest over at thenewsjunkie.com or tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. I teased this, so let's work it in. Miss Rachel has stepped in it. She's found herself in some more trouble.
Hello.
Is it actually any drama worth dramaing over? Let's see. The allegation is...
Oh, did she film herself crying too?
She did a response.
She's
I've
had
got
a
it
couple
here.
cry films, yeah.
I'll bring up her response to this because maybe she can explain it away. But the headline's kind of brutal. It says, Miss Rachel caught liking a call to free America from the Jews. She claims she was just tapping to delete in a tearful apology. And so the story says, controversial kids YouTuber Miss Rachel has admitted to liking a vile anti-Semitic Instagram comment calling for America to, quote, be freed from the Jews. And the social media star, whose real name is Rachel Griffin Accurso, was forced to issue a groveling apology. So here's a message that was sent by, I guess, I'm going to imagine that this is somebody who's like supposed to be a God's honest fan of hers, because the person said, hi, Rachel, I just wanted to let you know there's a comment under your latest post that says free America from the Jews. And it says it's liked by the author. I'm sure that's an accident, so I just wanted to let you know. And Miss Rachel responded, deleted. How horrible. Oh, wait, let me check. I did delete one like that. And then she responded again. Miss Rachel said, yeah, I believe I deleted that earlier, right when I saw it. I hate anti-Semitism. Now, I'm not going to rush to judgment here. Let me bring up her response very quickly.
Can you spell anti-Semitism?
All right, here's Miss Rachel and her response. I'm not going to rush to judgment because I almost did that on the Impractical Jokers guy, and his excuse was really freaking good for having the super offensive audio on his TikTok video. But he said, like, it didn't happen that way. You know, he had an excuse that was really good. So let's see what she says. Here's Miss Rachel.
So I thought I deleted a comment and I accidentally hit like and hide. I don't know how or why. I've accidentally liked comments before. It happens. Like, I'm a human who makes mistakes. I would never agree with an anti-Semitic thing like the comment. We have Jewish family. A lot of my friends are Jewish. I delete anti-Semitic comments. I have proof because yesterday somebody messaged me. There was a comment that said that. So I said, yes, I saw that and I deleted it because that's what I thought happened. And then I said, I hate anti-Semitism. And
okay, hold on. You can read this differently now. So the person said, hi, Rachel. Hi, Miss Rachel. Just want to let you know there's a comment under your latest post that says free America from the Jews. That says liked by the author. I'm sure that's an accident, so want to let you know. She responded, deleted. How horrible. Oh, wait, let me check. I did delete one like that. So she was suggesting in that post that she had deleted it. That's what she just thought it was a comment on her post. Now, whether you believe her or not, whether she liked it on purpose or not, that's a different thing. But her response to the person was like, oh, I did see that, and I thought I deleted it. That's what she was suggesting. Let's see what else she said.
Oh, the internet, I guess, has picked it up, believing that that's what happened. I feel like we can't be human anymore online. Like, we can't. And I'm so sorry for the confusion it caused. I'm so sorry if anyone thought that I would ever agree with something horrible and anti-Semitic like that. I don't want to say that it is okay to be human and it's okay to make mistakes.
It's okay to be human and it's okay to make mistakes, she says.
Be a children's content creator without this crap. This is a good point.
But did she? I mean, she very well, if she went through and liked the comment, that's kind of crazy, number one, because she's got like so many people watching her online that
I just don't think that, I don't know her, but I don't think she would make a mistake like that or do it on purpose, rather. I could see more so the mistake part of it. But I also believe that if you've got this many people that have eyes on you, that's beyond just children, that hire someone who is going to make sure none of that stuff happens ever.
She's posting it all herself. It says the saga erupted when Miss Rachel had shared a statement from her notes app on Instagram that read, free Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo, free Iran, with each country's respective flag. Under her post, another user's account quickly replied, free America from the Jews. The comment got 4 likes, including one from Miss Rachel's account, according to screenshots shared online.
Man, imagine you're the guy that posted "Free America from the Jews," and you just get a little notification that said Miss Rachel liked your comment.
Hell yeah, yeah. I mean, here's the thing about this, and people will generally not be honest with you on this front. We'll never know. Like there's only one thing you could do in a circumstance like this. You could take the person at their word, or say that you don't believe them. Those are the only 2 options. You could say, hey, I don't believe that she was trying to delete this. I think she actually does feel this way, and she liked it, and then she unliked it when people were noticing or whatever.
Long way to go to secretly hate Jews. I mean,
Like I think like that's just such an obvious anti-Semitic comment that if she did like it and she did get like kind of steamrolled for doing that, I would understand it. But we'll never know. You can only believe her or not believe her, and I'll leave it up to you.
I know that it's very easy to accidentally like stuff.
Is it?
Yeah.
And repost. I've reposted by accident so many times.
Let me see. Let me go to like one of my posts here and act like I was on there. All right. So here's a photo of me. All right. Now, if I was going to delete a comment on the app, because I'm assuming she's on the app, what do I just hold it? Is that what I do?
I don't know, because I never delete comments.
Yeah, you have to hold a comment to delete it and then select the delete button. The like button is off to the right, which is, just the heart side of things. Maybe she says she like just pushed her finger on there. She was doing this really fast. Again, you're going to think what you think, and there's probably going to be no convincing you either way. I don't know. And I was being honest about the fact that we don't know what her move really was. You just have to believe her or not believe her. Okay, when we come back, we'll get to you. Your dispatches are on the way. Join us with whatever you got on your mind while you have the opportunity. Send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Lots of emails today, a shocking number. And, of course, I want to talk about exploding trees because apparently that's something we need to address with this really cold weather coming into play. I didn't know this was a problem, but it is. We're going to look into exploding trees. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
That overturned truck that closed the ramp from I-4 westbound to Florida's Turnpike, it's on the wrecker now. The ramp's still blocked, though. It'll be cleared up soon enough, but expect some delays heading towards that area. All lanes are blocked due to some planned construction on Orange Blossom Trail northbound at Tap Vineland Road. Use John Young Parkway as an alternate route. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by SuperSure.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, not a little sure, but super sure. The seismic shift is coming. Super sure, coming soon.
If you want to find out about a reverse mortgage, that mortgage guy Don can help. Rates are improving, and that makes the terms even more favorable. If you want to find out how it works, that mortgage guy Don's going to get you some numbers and explain the details. Best part, you decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver, especially for people over 62 on a fixed income. So don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today. Find out about a reverse mortgage and everything else from someone you can trust. And that, of course, is that mortgage guy Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy Don.com.
BJ's Wholesale Club has everything you need to throw the perfect big game party. Now through February 8th, get a $15 digital coupon when you spend $150 in one transaction. BJ's has deals on everything, from appetizers and snacks to giant party subs to TVs even bigger than the giant party subs. Plus, you can pick up the supplies you'll need to clean up after. Go to bjs.com/biggame for details and make your place the place to watch the big game.
Victim of a slip.
Oh my. Friends, today's the day. Secret Shows is back. I need to write down all the stuff, because I think I've forgotten some of the things that need to be addressed. In the last 3 or 4 weeks. When was the last Secret Show, man? We took our winter break, and then with Sean getting sick, being all flued up, it's going to be a good one tonight, though. We got a lot to catch up on. Perhaps even a special guest. You were promised a third half C-Lane. Might happen. Oh, we have a drink that we're going to try that Josh texted us over the break. And it sounds and looks terrible. and I'm not looking forward really to drinking it, but we'll see. Third half that math means you've already been drinking. I'm just quoting the thing, you know, the thing that somebody else said. I'm quoting Abraham Dragonfriend. Okay, yuckers. Don't come at me. But, yeah. That last secret show was over a month ago. Man. That's crazy. But I think we're doing a double header tonight. At least is the plan. I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn here. I hope not. But if I am, fuck it. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's Thursday? Yuckers, we're loading you up with more shows. More shows. Extra content. To atone for our sins. Our secret show sins. So. You want $20 in a free Verizon line. Well, have I got a surprise for you? No. What's up, Tam Jam? How do you get access to the secret show stream in Discord? You know, that is... Do you have to be approved to get into the Discord? I don't know. DJ Rage can hook you up there. I think they might have to approve your Discord name to get into the secret show stage, and then you go to the stage, and then we'll be on it like a video chat, but we'll just be streaming down the Discord line. C-Lane, I know a Somalian daycare that's cheap AF. I'm interested. Say secret show sins 3 times fast. Secret show sins, secret show sins, secret show sins. You also said secrete. That might be harder to say. I don't know if I say secrete. Blindster ad. I can't help but think it's a dating app for blind people. I had a friend that was in the blind business. For a long time. I think he still is. And I don't think it's related, but he has a gambling addiction. I mean, he's good at it sometimes. But I would still think I would put addiction. I would put addiction after the word. But look forward to connecting with some of y'all tonight on the Discord. Make sure Sean Patrick's Day gets in there. Maybe is that something you can do on the website? I don't know. Anywho, have I even updated the keyword? Oh gosh, I'm slacking. Keyword is money. What is my problem? All right. That's correct now. Keyword is money. Make sure you're putting them in. We need some winners. It's been like a couple days. Oh, never mind. Boom. Austin. Austin won today at 12 p.m. Hell yeah. Congratulations, Austin, if you can hear me. If not, we'll do that some other time. Keywords money. We'll be back.
Money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the new
Even you. You know who you are. Email the show, tipsofthenewsjunkie.com, tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. So many sweet people emailing today. I love you. Thank you for that. We'll get to more of those momentarily. I want to talk about exploding trees, though, because I didn't know this was a thing. And I've been told that we have such bad weather on the way that the east coast of the United States of America is going to have like 120 to 140 million people who are in just terrible winter weather over the next few days.
The big thing being the ice. Like, I remember hearing this morning 3 inches of ice, which
3 inches
of ice, which would lead to power lines down and emergency vehicles unable to reach people without power.
They were saying that a half inch to an inch was really bad. 3 inches sounds not so good.
Yeah, it's going to be bad for a lot of these places that don't generally get it that much. Somebody earlier was saying, I moved to this place where I'm at in Nashville or near Nashville to get away from this stuff. And now here I am screwed and I got some bad weather rolling in. But there's a story. Let me bring this up here in front of me here. And it's talking about how there are issues with these trees exploding in some of these places. Again, never heard of this before because I'm not somebody who has spent a lot of my adult life living in places where trees are exploding, but I guess it's happening out there. Before. Let me see. Here's the news report on this, ABC2.
And with those cold temperatures, the Wisconsin DNR says don't be alarmed if you hear some kind of noise out in the woods. That's because as temperatures freeze, it doesn't just affect the ground we walk on, nor the type of precipitation that falls. It also affects the trees. Now, when the sap cools too quickly, small cracks become larger, creating a cracking or popping sound that can resemble a gunshot.
Oh, God.
Experts reacting to several viral posts on social media about the phenomenon known as exploding trees, saying it's extremely rare but not completely unheard of.
Okay, so you could be wandering around while this winter storm hits, and a tree can explode and sound like a gun just went off next to you.
Is there videos of exploding trees that we can see? Because I want to know. Like, I don't think when you think of things exploding, you think I probably shouldn't stand next to them because lest I be hit with the shrapnel from the explosion. But this just sounds like there is a reaction happening inside the tree that makes a loud noise, but you're probably going to be okay.
These are good questions. We need to see if we could find audio of an exploding tree because I want to hear that.
I also have a tree in particular in my backyard that I would really like not to explode.
It looks explodey.
Is that asking too much? Really?
Well, I mean, it holds. There's a swing that comes from it that we very much enjoy, and I would like not to have some sort of internal, situation that would allow the swing to fall down. And the tree on top of it.
Is there a way to avoid an exploding tree? Like, do you have to make it cold before it gets too cold?
I'm not sure. These are all good questions. The exploding tree risk is the worst around the Great Lakes and in the northern
I'm good.
country. Looks like you're right. Now, all of a sudden, Celine doesn't care about this at all. It's just
I still want a video of exploding trees. I would like to see this.
I do too. Let me see. Exploding tree. Let me see if I could find one here because I've just never heard of this before. And it must be, oh my God. When they say exploding tree, they're not kidding. Look at this.
Holy.
Like the tree, it looks like somebody picked the tree up and snapped it in half.
Looks like a slutty tree to me.
It literally is exploded and completely opened up. That's not it, though. I really need, like, the sound, the actual moment captured when a tree exploded. Let's see if I can find that here. That'll make me a believer. Exploding. Okay. Exploding trees from cold.
So I wonder if it takes a while. Like, if you look in your backyard, that tree's going to explode within the next couple minutes.
Maybe. I don't know how fast it actually happens. There's a lot of videos about this, but I really just want the tree exploding itself. So cold in Iowa that trees explode. All right. Hopefully this person doesn't curse here. Maybe we can hear this because that's all I really want. Okay, this is a camera out in the wilderness. And we're listening. Allegedly, we're going to hear trees. Oh,
whoa.
Okay.
That was real.
That looks like you shot it with a gun.
I also think that he shot it with a gun. That's not how it... What's all the smoke about?
Let me go back. Here it is. It's where it explodes. Right there.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's
Now,
really it.
I could totally see if I was wandering through the woods and a tree exploded like that next to me, my brain would probably think I've been shot at.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, what the hell is going on? I'd probably be looking around everywhere I could to figure out, like, what was that? And I don't know that I would put together, hey, the tree sap probably just expanded and I don't know.
How old are the three of us? We've made it this long, and today's the first time we've ever heard about an exploding tree.
That's freaky, man. That'll
see
do
it in
it.
person.
Yeah, and I don't think this is them doing any funny business. I think that's just a tree exploding. Does another one explode?
So much smoke attached to it.
There was. It busted wide open. That's it. Yeah, maybe I could find another one, but that legitimately did seem like it was real, and it was a tree exploding. And there are lots of videos about this, but it's probably something pretty rare to catch. This thumbnail looks fake as hell. This looks like, yeah, this is Sora. I could tell. That's AI. That's not even real.
Nice try.
It's not gonna work. My pine trees have exploded, this person says. I think that's different. Warning, trees explode in extreme cold. This one says, what is the risk? The risk is that we all die.
Hi, everyone. I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you, Mary.
With this massive storm that's going to be crossing the United States, East Coast, etc., we're being warned of possible power outages.
Damn, this lady has 167,000 subscribers.
How long is this video?
Blown. Way too long. 5 minutes and 23 seconds. I don't even know that it features any trees.
She's going to explain how trees grow and then tell us how they explode.
It's a lot of photographs of trees that do appear to have exploded, but not any video like that other one we saw, which is the most convincing thing so far. I'll just distill it down into this. If you are out there and hit by this very, very cold weather that's going across the United States of America the rest of this week and into the weekend, stay away from the trees.
Okay.
And if you hear a tree explode, just consider that it may have just blown up because of the cold and maybe somebody isn't shooting at you. That's all I can take from this. I didn't know this was a problem before this, and I'll probably forget it's a problem after, but here we are regardless.
The video that we watched in Iowa was posted like 6 years ago or more. And all the comment section does not believe this person. They've never heard of exploding trees.
It's about to be
They're
updated.
Like, oh, the tannerite was a help.
Well, it's the reason why it's kind of far fetched is because the only way you would catch this is if you just had a camera locked on trees that just happened to explode.
Then again,
otherwise,
we might this year come around. 6 years ago, not everyone had a ring cam or outside security cameras as much as we do now.
It could have been that this person had one that was pointed in that direction. They just happened to catch it, or it. I mean, I think it might be real. I legitimately think it could be real, but we'll see. All right, folks in cold territories, chime in at the end here with our final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
Around the belly face down on the mattress.
Real Music Weekends. A Classic Alternative.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Thursday evening forecast. Seeing a mix of sun and clouds with a couple of sprinkles here and there through the rest of the evening. But other than that, we're going to see those clouds slowly start to clear out as we head through the overnight tonight with lows lingering throughout the mid and upper 50s. Taking a look at Friday, we have beautiful sunshine and warm temperatures on tap as we see those temps maxing out throughout the low 80s. And it's only going to get more sunny and warm from there. Temperatures reaching the mid 80s on Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
If you haven't done the New Year reset yet, what are you waiting for? Hey, C-Lane here, and if you have not been to Hammer and Nails Grooming for Guys yet, then take everything you know about your average, everyday barbershop and throw it out the window because they have reinvented the game as far as grooming for guys. Total man care, haircut, beard, hot towel. There's a full bar waiting for you with locations across Central Florida, and they want to give you the New Year reset. That's a complimentary signature upgrade on your first visit to Hammer & Nails when you mention my name, C-Lane, and Real Radio 104.1. Book today at hammerandnailsgrooming.com or download the app and become a member today. Hammer & Nails, come as you are, leave as you want to be.
When you're injured on the job, you need...
All right, folks, time to rate the show. Rate the show. 10 out of 10 is a real winner. We take the show, and I put it in a wheelbarrow, and I bring it over to the Hall of Fame. Hoof! And I dump it out. No notes. It was a 10 out of 10. A 1 out of 10. Tears, probably. Minor sadness. These sorts of issues. Now's your time to rate the show. I have to go get Taylor real quick. I'll be back. I'm watching chat.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talent Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust.
10 out of 10. Look at you. 9.7 Studio Ghost out of 10. 4 out of 7 Janet Reno's. 9 out of 10. 8.6 Exploding Trees out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Real, we love the show. Sean, fun here. Yeah. All of those are great. Thank you. 10 out of 10 Hook Super Bowl commercial, says Mel Bell. Thank you, Mel Bell.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenland Kia. It's a new year, and that means a new
Folks, it's time now to pick our chatter of the day. Chatter of the day. It's a prestigious award to get. It's not as prestigious as Chatter of the Week or Chatter of the Year, but it's very prestigious around these parts. So in selecting our Chatter of the Day, we have to be very, very careful. We want to make sure that we get the right person. And when I saw this person, I said, I remember some of their comments. I think they usually post some interesting things. Yeah, they're on YouTube. Yeah, they are, okay? What about it? Yeah, they're on YouTube. They're a big fan of the show, I think. And when the world said no to them, when the world said stop to them, they kept going because they knew what they were doing was right. And that's why Vicious 407, can't stop, won't stop. You are today's Chatter of the Day, Vicious 407 on YouTube. God bless. They said you couldn't do it, Vicious. They said you wouldn't do it. But you did, because you're a great and special person today. God bless. Stay gold.
Be sure to check out our incredible local eateries for even more amazing food and drinks. See you Saturday, January 24th from 4 to 10 p.m. for Rhythm on Ruby. More info at tavares.gov.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
And today, we're going to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Thank you for being with us today in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show over on thenewsjunkie.com. Honest to God, it's fun doing this show every day, and we couldn't do it without you. So I thank you so much for listening, to hang out and learn all the things that are happening viral around planet Earth every single day. There's lots of choices out there for things that might entertain you or drag you through your day. God bless you for picking this. Thank you. I love you. Okay, let's see. What do we got on the way out? By the way, Ryan W., who emailed the show, Ryan W., who had an idea for the stream and podcast and VOD and stuff. Ryan, that is the first idea that somebody has emailed me that I hadn't thought of myself and that I actually thought was a decent idea. So I'll consider the idea that you sent over.
Give him a star.
Consider yourself, well, I can't, it's just an email.
Right.
Consider yourself one of the smarter ones
Just
out there.
draw a star on it, man.
Okay, all right, hold on. There we go.
You got a star.
Email star. I mean, this technically won't do anything for next time you email in because the star doesn't transfer to the next email. But Ryan, thanks for the idea. That is a good one. I don't know if it'll work out, but it's an interesting idea for sure. Matt emails, and he's talking about poo clouds. I have no idea why. Maybe best of or something? Hello, I was thinking about the poo cloud you guys were talking about when flushing. Does the cloud stay under the lid?
The plume.
Yeah.
Does the cloud stay under the lid for the next person? Does it get stuck to the underside of the lid, or does it dissipate through the cracks on the side of the lid? It has to go somewhere.
Underside of the
says
lid.
Matt.
Filthy.
It just stays in there, or it leaks out?
No, I mean, I'm sure some leaks out, but it's definitely like, don't put your back to the lid.
Mm-hmm.
That's plume all over you.
Oh my God! Then what are you supposed to do? Go reverse cowboy on the toilet? How do you not put your back towards the lid?
I don't know. I don't lean back like a recliner. I'm just
I'm not leaning back like a recliner, but if it's there like a force field, it seems bad either way. You're not going to get away from gross stuff in the bathroom. All right, it's just kind of like one of the truths of life, and we all have our own ways of handling this. I love it when some of this stuff gets wrapped up in things that shouldn't be controversial, that become controversial. Like one of my favorite stupid stories this week was people were mad that the new mayor of New York, the Mamdani guy, the left-wing dude, socialist that is running New York City right now, people were mad because he replaced the toilets in the governor's mansion with ones that had a bidet. And I'm like, why does a bidet come into this? Why does I don't think bidets are political.
I never thought so.
Like, if somebody says they use a bidet, I do not know what your political party is. All right. Now there's a lot of things you do. Like most people, if you're angry at me, I can tell in a second. Okay. When I look at your email, I can tell in a second exactly where you're coming from, how crazy you are, and all this stuff. But when I hear somebody has a bidet, I don't think, oh, I know who they voted for. That doesn't come into play for me at all. But I did see a lot of people yelling about that this week on social media. More reason to get away from it. All right, now let's do the final dispatches. Here goes nothing.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Whoa! Maybe two, maybe three. Somebody says a clean BH is woke. Not that I knew of. I didn't think so. And if the other side wants to be associated with not having a clean BH, that seems like bad strategy too. This should be bipartisan.
I'm not doing anything with my BH.
If you have like wipes that you use or toilet paper that you use or four squares that you use or anything, it should be free of any other political decisions you make in your life, I would think. But let's see what we got. Here's Air Force daughter talking about exploding trees. Hello?
Regarding the exploding trees.
There you are.
Maybe you should have waited and put that in the Today I Learned section, since today we all learned about that.
Yeah,
Some
Sean,
of us.
ever considered that?
Thank you.
No.
Keep up the good work, guys. Love listening.
Thank you, Air Force daughter. I appreciate you. Thanks for the feedback. I did learn about that today, but I hesitate to say too much about it because one time when I was in Chicago and there was a terrible snowstorm coming through, I remember we had thunder snow, and I was at work, and I remember to be like, whoa, guys, thunder snow. Holy cow, thunder snow. And apparently to everybody else at work, I sounded like a little kid or something because
he's from Florida.
They grew up in this stuff their whole life, so thunder snow wasn't an interesting concept to them. It was something that they had seen before. It wasn't some sort of one-off. It was almost like Sea Lane reacting to the moons. Like, oh, wow, the blood red moon. Never heard of that before. How impressive. But for me, that was new, exploding trees. Here's another dispatch on that.
I grew up in northern Georgia, and sometimes you would hear the trees pop. I mean, it makes sense now from the pine trees and the sap, but it wasn't, I never saw a tree like explode. It would just sound like a really loud crack, almost like a branch snapping.
Really? Right, yeah. Yeah, it's freaky, though. It would scare me a couple of times.
Somebody on the texting service said that the Mythbusters debunked tree exploding.
Really?
And said they tried to duplicate it and were very unsuccessful.
I would like to see that. I wonder how they tried that. Like, you'd have to go to another level, but that's kind of what they were famous for, I guess. All right, what else do we have on the way out? Still more stories about kids not being able to spell or write in school. The 49ers are investigating a viral video that said they were injury-plagued this season because there's a substation by the 49ers stadium, and they think that the power is causing the issue somehow. They said they have no evidence to suggest that's an actual problem just yet. And all the rest is going to have to just be lost to time as we move over and get the hell out of here, because let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. Today I Learned this show right here.
Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island. Or Gilligan's Isle, if you want to fancy it up a bit.
That's what they sing.
Gilligan's Isle Lagoon was a backlot pond at CBS's studio. It was about a half mile from the Ventura Freeway. So when they were making scenes in Gilligan's Island, they often had to stop shooting because you could hear the cars honking their horns. And it would take away from the idea that they were out there stranded on an island with Gilligan. Today I learned, I've not seen this movie. We tried to watch one of them, but we didn't watch 28 Years Later, I don't think.
Ooh.
But in 28 Years Later, I guess the zombies are naked?
Yes. Very naked.
So none of the naked infected zombies in 28 Years Later were actually nude because there was an actor on set by the name of Alfie Williams who was underage. So they couldn't have actual nudity anywhere around there. So they were all wearing prosthetics, yes, which I'm sure was for all the people, the very talented crew doing all things, prosthetics and effects.
Well
that must have
endowed,
been a whole thing.
I'll tell you that.
Oh, really? So they put a bunch of danglers on them, huh?
So you could just walk around kids with a prosthetic hanging out, no problem. That seems like people would probably make a problem out of that.
But it's not real. So I can see what you're saying, but I guess they say it's better than actually having genitals hanging out. You got to make a choice. Today I learned legendary talk show host Merv Griffin. His tombstone reads, "I will not be right back after this message," which is kind of a sweet one. And it also said, "Stay tuned" was another one that was on there. He was the original host on The Late Late Show and some other shows. Late night television icon, Merv Griffin. Today I learned this song right here.
Guy in town.
Run Around
Sue.
That's right. Run Around Sue. Any idea who sings this, Elaine?
Dion.
Oh, my God. Nice work. I never would have got that.
Done.
Dion DiMucci? I've never heard this person.
He just went by Dion.
Dion and the Belmonts was known for Run Around Sue. This song hit number 100 on the Hot 100 charts. And years later, Dion would go to marry a woman named Susan. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast over